right.
There we go.
Hot diggity
Hello,
dog.
everyone. Hello. We're fixing some technical things. That's why we're a little tardy. We're just fixing a couple technical things. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Hi. Happy Thursday. I see there's lots of people down in the chat already. Have been chatting it up. I already know who was first in the chat today. Earlier today. Although it appears that StreamYard has deleted since that comment. Because I know Karen was like second when I was in the chat, and she didn't delete it, as far as I know. Hello, you guys. I'm going to get my phone set up here. See us. We are good to go. If you haven't refreshed your feed, make sure to do that. Hello. At 4:03 p.m. Today, first in the chat was Mr. William.
Hello, Willie.
Although it's not showing up in the YouTube chat. Sometimes if you put that in there too early, I don't know, YouTube deletes it for some reason. I see my volume's not all the way down. There we go. And Karen was here, early bird as well. She didn't zap William's comment. I can confirm because it was there when I was in the chat. Lisa's with us tonight. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Welcome in. Janet's here. Hi, Janet. Welcome. Terry V is here. Hey, Terry. Good to see you, lady. Let's see. Mr. Gavin's here. Hey, Gavin.
If you guys are not subscribed to this man, he's our YouTube DJ, the one, the only. It's Grady Group of Vintage Recordings. Give him a follow here on YouTube. Also follow him over on the IG, like the kids say. He'll take requests. He'll drop knowledge. He'll teach you about the music that you grew up with and the music that you love. So please give Mr.
What did I just see today? It was top. Oh, Billboard hits from the 1970s. That's what I saw today.
Right.
That's what he is currently spinning. Yes.
Right.
Which is a great era of music. Definitely. Yes. Let's see. KP is here.
Hello,
hey, KP. Good to see you. Then we got Miss Sharon Spencer. Hi, Sharon. And I see Shannon Ferrara. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. I feel like the last 7 days have just went by like crazy.
It's like
I feel like I was just sitting here with you 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It was a whole week that went by.
Yep. Agreed. It's been a week here.
Jennifer's with us. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi,
Good
Jennifer.
to see you. Minx is hello.
Minx.
Let me see. Renee is here. Hey, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Cindy Lou. Hey,
hello?
Cindy.
Did you hear Amy?
I have a couple times. Yeah.
She's thrifted some treasures.
She has thrifted some treasures. I have thrifted some treasures this week as well.
I saw your video. You got an angel at the Goodwill. Get out of town.
Yeah. Well, among some other things, I have found some other things too, which is odd because normally thrift stores here in Michigan are terrible. But every once in a while, there'll be a good day. So, yeah. Mama Pam's here with us.
Pam.
Hello, Mama Pam. We just, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday, we took the Valentines out of the booth and we flipped to baking, winter baking, because that's a good thing to do when it's cold out. So we flipped the booth to baking, and a bunch of new stuff went in yesterday. Let's see. Who else are we seeing? I see Krista's with us. Hello. And Aunt Kiki's here. Hello.
Hey, Aunt Kiki. It's been a minute.
Mama Linda's here. Hi, Mama Linda.
Hello, Mom. I love you.
That's Brenda. Brenda Bott.
Hello, Brenda. Yes, you got it, Amy.
Sandy B's here. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you. Miss Judy. Hi, Judy.
Hello, Judy.
As well. Critter Girl has joined us tonight. And I see Aaron at Blueberry Barn. Hi, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
Miss Deborah Williams. Good to see you as well. Janine is here. Hey, Janine.
Hello, Janine.
Scroll. Marie is here. Hey, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Hello.
Good to see you. So many fun faces in the chat tonight. And I think I have made it. I think I made it all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't skip anybody over there, but welcome in. everyone. Happy Thursday. Oh, Joe just got in there. The nick of time.
Hello,
you just
Joe.
made it, Joe. You just made it. Let's see. Did Dee pop in the chat? Did I miss her? I don't know. Buttermilk and Cream just popped in there as well. Oh, and Melissa. All right, you guys. Sorry, you guys just made it into the chat. Now we're going to go over how the sale is going to work. If we have anybody joining us new tonight, we will go over how the sale is going to work, just in case you're not familiar with it. I know most of you are. You could probably repeat it better than I can at this point. But in case we have anybody in the Lurkers Lounge or joining us for the first time tonight, we'll go over that briefly. So you want to make sure that you are logged in to a Google or YouTube account. That is how you can access the live chat. Once you're logged in, it should automatically pop up for you. Depending on what kind of device you're watching on, it should be either off to the side or underneath the broadcast, depending on what you're watching on. And yes, if you could give the broadcast a thumbs up, that would be amazing. Give us your thumbs. So let me get my slides pulled up here. So first, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. Nikki Moss. Hey, lady.
Nikki.
You want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. So make sure in your chat settings that you are in live chat, all messages, and not top chat. It's always good to check that periodically. Sometimes if you're watching on your phone, it could kick you back and forth like mine just did. Just kick me to top chat. Well, how rude. So check and make sure you're always in live chat. And we do encourage you to refresh often. We do experience a lag here on YouTube. We can't make that go away totally, but a couple ways to combat that. You can exit out of YouTube completely and come back in as a way to refresh. I know on Tuesday, for a lot of folks, YouTube was having some outages. I didn't experience that myself. I didn't notice any problems on Tuesday, but I guess a lot of people did. But I didn't notice anything weird going on yesterday necessarily. So hopefully there's no more issues with that. But if you exit out of YouTube and come back in, that's a way to refresh. The quicker way to do that is to tap the upper right-hand corner where my little kitty icon just popped up there. If you tap that upper right-hand corner on your mobile devices or tablets, you should find a gear wheel icon up there. Hit playback speed and hit 2 times. That is an easier way to refresh. If you are lagging behind at all, we are going to sound funny until you're caught up back live with us. Again, if you're watching on the computer, you can find that gear wheel in the lower right-hand corner. We will be doing auction style tonight. As usual, we'll give you a starting price, and I will pin it up here on the screen. Any kind of starting bids and current bids on items will be highlighted on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. That's where you can always refer back to. And we'll give you information about the item that we know. We'll give you measurements and know any kind of issues. So if there's any kind of damage, any chips repairs, any kind of damage, we'll show it to you live so you can know the condition of the item. And if you're interested in anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as we see them come into StreamYard. Sometimes filtering can happen, not very often, but we try and acknowledge everybody that is bidding in the chat. If for some reason we don't call something out, either type it in again, or it may have been filtered. Try and add an emoji, that sort of thing. But we do our best to highlight all of those bids as we see them come in. We'll do a 20-second countdown to account for the lag. If it's something you are interested in, please put bids in early rather than waiting to the last second to do so. That helps us gauge interest in the item. And if you wait too long to put in bids, inevitably the lag will get you, and then you will come in after the bid end. We only count bids that come in before the bid end. So the highest bid that we see come into StreamYard on our end before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We are also doing just in cases here on the channel. As always, in order to use a just in case, we just ask that you're an active bidder. So that means you've had at least one straight bid in on the current item that we are showing. Then you're welcome to use a just in case during the countdown only. That is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. You type that into the chat during the countdown. So let's say the item is at $20, but you are willing to go up to $50 on the item. So you type in JIC 50, so that would be your max bid plus the letters JIC. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest bid. But keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases put into the chat, those do then turn into regular bids. If you are a brand new buyer to either Jason or I, you want to pay attention to this next slide here. So we need some information from you. If you win an item, or maybe it's been a while since you've purchased from us, our emails are up here on the screen. They will be throughout the sale up on the screen as well. You can also find our emails pinned in a comment at the very top of the chat. And always, you can find all of our information and social media links down in the description of the video. So make sure you're subscribed here on the channel and subscribed to Jason's channel. You can find that link down in the description as well. But if you are a winner of something tonight, do make sure and send us an email during the broadcast with your YouTube screen name, your real name, and your full shipping address. That's how we calculate your shipping. And an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know in that email that you send us that you'd like to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit. Kind of walks you through the steps on how to do that. And then when we send our invoices out, keep in mind that payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And the last thing we're going to talk about is shipping. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. And we do both offer discounted shipping through Pirate Ship. I'm very happy that we can offer that because full-on retail is very expensive. So I'm glad that we have some sort of discount that we can pass on to you guys. We both use Pirate Ship. And that is why we need your full shipping address, is to calculate your shipping. That is based on the size and weight of your package and in relation to where you live. Where your zip code is versus our zip code. Both of us are kind of central east, if you will. West Coast tends to be a little bit more expensive for both of us, but relatively, we still get a pretty deep discount shipping pretty much anywhere. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the US and Canada. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I'll have Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about our invoicing for this week.
I own a brick and mortar called Mother Tucker's Antiques. If you're in my area, I am about 20 minutes from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm part of Antiques Capital USA, Adamstown, Pennsylvania. I have an Ephrata address. If you're anywhere near or coming to the area and you want to pick up your items because you don't want to pay shipping, we can do that. You just got to email us, let us know. Please let us know before we invoice you. And we won't charge you shipping. Once it's paid for, then we will discuss in the emails on when and how you want to pick it up at Mother Tucker. So as always, Amy, thank you so much.
Okay. As far as invoicing for me, sorry, my light is weird today. I'm going to be doing invoicing tomorrow. So you will get an email from me when your invoice has been sent. I'm going to try and do it in the earlier part of the day at some point tomorrow. So I will just email you when it is out there. Thank you guys.
Like I said, I ship out of Pennsylvania. I will be doing all of my packaging. Last week, I was hoping to get it out on Saturday, but I threw my back out. So they didn't go out till Sunday. So this week, they will be out on Saturday. They'll be out Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. Usually midday, I start packing everything up, give Tina all the information, and she sends out your invoices to you guys. One little side note, tomorrow night on Whatnot, Tina isn't going to be doing jewelry. It's going to be me and her. We're going to be doing ephemera. So we have lots of black and whites, Easter cards, Christmas cards. We even have Valentine cards if we want to get to it. So please come join us. It is at 7, right, Tina? No, we moved it to 6. So we'll be on at 6 tomorrow night on Whatnot. So Amy, thank you so much for letting us promote that.
Jason, before I get started, I'm spying all of the diorama eggs behind you. Are those real sugar eggs?
Those are original 1960s sugared eggs. Yes, I bought a collection of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I got to get the screen set up. Thank you guys. You guys, your feedback on our packaging, packing and shipping, we appreciate that. We do our darndest. That's for sure.
We do. We do.
Especially me. If you're not a fan of tissue paper, you might not want to order from me. I'm just saying, because
if you have an upcoming event and you need tissue paper, order and buy from Amy.
We'll have any birthday presents, any Easter presents coming up, anniversaries, all that stuff. You'd be covered.
It's a twofer.
You'd be covered. All right. Between Jason and I know we have some springy kind of things tonight. I know Jason's got some St. Patty's Day stuff. I have a little bit of Easter, a little springtime cuteness. Tonight we just have a kind of a mixture of stuff tonight. So I'm going to start with some salt and pepper shakers. That's what I'm going to start with today. And it looks like Parmesan is still catnapping back there. He's been back there for several hours back there. He's claimed that as his spot. That is his napping spot. And Queso, when he was alive, slept in the same spot. Must be an orange cat thing. That's all I can figure. All right. I have some little Lefton. These are very cute. Little chickies in hats. Salt and pepper shakers. And I think that they're chicks. I don't think that they're ducks. They read more chicks to me. And I haven't actually had a pair of salt and pepper shakers from this collection in quite a while. I have talked about these mainly last year. I've talked about the lady that used to be in the Guinness World Book for the most salt and pepper shakers. At one point in the 90s, she had the highest collection of over 14,000 pairs. This was from her collection. And she did meticulously number all of her shakers, and she numbered each one so that if they got separated, they would be put back together. So these are number 8,848. And I think that's pretty cool. I love, she had some really good taste in some salt and pepper shakers. I will say that. So these are going to start at 14, and they are bisque ceramic. So they are not that high glaze that we are used to seeing. There's no chips, no damage on either one of them. And I like that they have different little hats. So these could work for Easter, of course. But they're definitely every day, because he's got kind of like a little cowboy hat on, which I kind of like that. He's a little Western chick. And then she's got more of like a little flower style kind of bonnet on her head. And both of them have stoppers. And I believe both of them have, there we go, the numbering. But this one doesn't have the Lefton foil sticker, just the little girl does. Jason, have you seen these before?
I was gonna say I've never seen these before. And I think you've had these 2 times maybe since we've sold together. And I've never even had the privilege of seeing them in person one time. Like these are fantastic, man. Oh my God.
I think there's some bunnies in this kind of style as well. And I don't know if that's going to pick up, but they have kind of like this basket weave texture on their bodies, which I think is really interesting. But yeah, no chips, no damage, nothing like that. They are not super large. They are 2.5 by 2. So they're a little bit smaller, probably than your standard shakers. And hello, Heather. Good to see you in the chat tonight. And Miss Caroline snuck in there as well. Hello. I am going to bring those back for the recap, and we'll get Jason going.
All right, $12, Amy. $12, Amy. And the only thing I can note about this is that this had a candle in it at one time. So wait, Caroline's in at 14.
Caroline. I saw her just pop in there. All right, Caroline. I'll count it down for you. Wow, I almost started at 30. Let's not do a 30-second countdown.
Oh, let's count down from 100.
That'd be crazy. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid end.
Minx, I think it'll be 4 years in May or June. 4 years.
Well, if we're counting Instagram, because literally that was our first sale together was on Instagram.
It was.
I think that was 2021 or 2022?
No, it was 2022 because I didn't do my first live sale until December of 2021.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So 2022.
Soon be 4 years.
I think the springtime. I want to say springtime or summer.
Yeah.
May sometime.
It was May or June. Yeah. So soon
back before we did selling on YouTube. Yeah. long time ago.
Yeah.
Our Pask, I'm sorry, your 15 came in after the bid. And Miss Caroline, they are coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. Let me find your start bid again.
And guys, remember, the nice part is there are no commercials when we are on Amy's channel or when I host. So you guys don't have to worry about refreshing through any commercials or advertisements. So, and if you want the sale to move as promptly and as quickly as possible, bid as quickly or as early as you can, okay? As Amy said, it just helps us know if you're interested in it so that we can talk about it more, or we'll just start counting it down and move on. So $12. The only caveat on this is that it had a candle in it at one point, okay? So I did take out the remainder of the candle. So oh, it smells so 1960s or 1970s candle, but this is ceramic, so I'm sure that smell will go away. But if you're very sensitive to smells, then this isn't going to be for you. It's going to look white or blown out on your screen, but this is a very, very pale pink, pale pink, like Pepto-Bismol, like Easter pink. It is ceramic, so it's not glass, and it's one of the earlier ones that's actually made in Japan. So $12. This is actually in the manufacturing, whatever this little piece is right here, that's in the manufacturing. But all the hen on the nest, bunny on the nest seem to be very popular, and this one is very unique. Now you can see it's this pale, like almost milky pink, and there's the base. So this would make a nice little ring holder, little trinket dish, and then here is the little bunny that sits on top. And again, this is made of ceramic or like a porcelain, no chips or cracks. You can see the great detail on it. And I thought this would be a great addition to your year-round trinket shelf, or it would be a great addition to your Easter display for the cute little pink Easter bunny hen on the nest. Let me give you some measurements. The measurements on it, it's about 2.5 by 2.5. And I do believe the same sculpt has and is used in a glass style one. No, maybe it's not, because I think the glass one's a little more rounded.
The ears are kind of more rounded back on the head, I think, for the glass ones. But
and honestly, in all my years of selling like anything on the nest, this is the first time I've ever had one of these ceramic ones. So I'm looking at my phone. So yeah, you guys can see that it is this gorgeous pale pink. And I love the fact that it is on the older side, because it does have its original made in Japan sticker on the bottom.
I've never seen a little ceramic one. I've seen the little tiny glass ones, but I've never seen a big one or a ceramic one.
Whatever that little speck of ash or something, that's actually trapped in the porcelain. And again, it's about 2.5 by 2.5. It's this cute little trinket box, and you can put little jelly beans in it, maybe put a little gift in it for somebody and give them a nice little Easter gift, just at $12 if anyone's interested. But we're going to sit it to the side and we will bring it back for the recap. Thank you so much.
And we never know how long the lag is going to be.
No.
Until we are in it.
We don't.
That is for sure. Yes, the hens on the nest, the bunnies on the nest, cats, whatever critter on the nest right now are like super popular, which is interesting. Everything comes full circle back around. Yes. Let's see. I have a $12 start as well. This was I've never seen this tea towel. It was the cutest thing ever. And it's not just how it appears. I don't know if you saw my preview for this, you already know the surprise for this, but it is a little tea towel. And then this clock face here is actually a little pot holder that is snapped in place. I actually could find that this comes in another colorway. It's got more yellows and greens in it. But this one is turquoise blue and pink, which I'm here for. And it's very clean. There's no stains or anything like that. So it is just your traditional tea towel. Renee, I see you, but peekaboo, there's a birdie under there. I love this. So cute. It's the birdie in the cuckoo clock. So, you know, when the clock strikes whatever, cuckoo, cuckoo. I just love that. And the pot holder does come off. So it just has, let's see, it just has a snap on there where you can snap it on and off, or if you need to wash it, whatever. And I love that the pot holder is not missing, that it is actually still on there. It is really nice condition. It is just kind of like Plain on the back. Just it's definitely a higher quality linen towel. It's not that really thin stuff that tea towelers are made out of now. Like kind of a bar cloth kind of style, but this is really nice kind of linen. And there is the whole picture out, and it's got just some stripes down there at the bottom. Caroline, I see you. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Riley. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. So measurement for the towel, and I've only measured it for the length and the width when it's folded, not completely out, is 8.5 by 13.5. Yes, very cute. They don't make tea towels like that anymore. So cute. I believe this is probably from the 60s, if I had to guess. There's no manufacturer tag on it. I wish there was. Somebody was very creative. I love that. I love a vintage linen too, Heather. Absolutely. I love vintage linens. All right, let's count it down. Caroline's at 13. We're looking for 14 or more on the little tea towel hot pad combo. Tweet, tweet. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I've seen aprons in this kind of style where they have a pot holder kind of snapped or attached to the apron that you can take off, but I have not seen a towel like this one. All right, there's the birdie bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Paul Pop got in there with a 14 right before the bid end. So congratulations, it's yours. Thank you so much.
They even matched the snap to it. That's what I love too.
I know. Yeah, they did.
The details. All right, Amy, $15. And I have an Annalee tonight. This is courtesy. This was a gift from Joe to us. So we are going to pass this guy on. He is from 2007. He's from 2007. He is a fun little leprechaun. What I find unique about him is they actually used orange for the material on the face. So some of the other leprechauns that I've sold or seen, I've never had one where the face was orange. And of course, you can see his beard is orange. He has his fun little Irish little mug, whatever that would be, maybe some Guinness in there. And I do believe that's original to him. You can even see they gave him these fun little bell cufflinks. So fun little metal bell cufflinks on each one of his hands. And then if I lift his beard here, look, they even gave him little buckles on the top of his.
I love the little buckles
of his feet. And you can see where he has like this glitter style like material, you know, it's kind of weaved into the fabric. And he's really fun. He's really fun. He's got his big old Irish cap on. There's the brim right there. It's up a little bit. He's got his like newsboy. Hello, Terry. Good to see you. Terry Tucker is in the house. And he is from 2007. And he is an Annalee. He does stand on his own. There are no condition issues to report on him. He has his pom-pom on the top of his hat. The way he stands, he is just about 8 inches tall. So he's about 8 inches tall. He's a little thin guy. He's thin, kind of like the pixies are, you know, when it comes to Annalee. Mm-hmm. But again, I think he's really neat. He has his little mug of stout right there. He has his little bell, like cufflinks, and then he's got his big bushy beard, and it's in
that is quite the beard.
It is, and I love when they use the orange on the leprechauns. You know, sometimes they choose between the red or the orange. I've always been on team orange when it comes to the leprechauns. So it could be Irish Coffee Critter Girl, absolutely could be. Or I think back in the day, I worked at an Irish pub for years, and I think Bailey's kind of has that look to it and gets that foam on the top, and then it's supposed to settle. So whatever you want it to be, a little Irish coffee in there, or a little Irish Guinness. Guinness is what I'm thinking of. I think I said Bailey's. It could be Guinness in his little cup right there. So $15 if anybody's interested, but we'll put him to the side as well, and we'll bring him back for the recap too.
Okay.
What are you, Amy?
Usually I don't see the Annalees with like those 3D you know, elements like that. If they are, they're usually felt. They're not like hard things like that. Okay. I have an $8 start for my next round. Let's see. And it is a greeting card, and it's stinking cute. I have this card in my personal card collection, and I found another one, so I am passing it on. And I absolutely love this bluebird. This is a Hallmark card. It is stamped here on the back side, and the inside has been inscribed here from Aunt Rosie. On the inside, put on your Easter bonnet, wear a smile from ear to ear, and have a really happy time when Easter Day is here. I see Nikki and Aaron both in there at 8. Thank you so much. And I also use this image for my kitcheries. So I scanned this card in because I didn't want to craft with it. And it's pretty small. It's not like, big enough for a wreath anyway. But this one is a good candidate for a flower frog if you have one. Measurement for this, it is 6 inches tall and about 4 inches at the little bouquet. Can't get much cuter than that. I love this card. Hallmark did some great cards, but Gibson is right up there. Norcross as well, as far as the Easter cards go. And I'll be breaking out some more of those in the coming weeks when we are starting to break into our Easter goodies. I have more. I have some more cards to share. All right. I have a tie between Nikki and Aaron right now. We're looking for 9 or more on the little bluebird card. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Nikki, I see your 9. Thank you so much. And hello, Elaine. Good to see you tonight. All right. Nikki's got a just in case in there. Oh, Aaron had one as well, but it came after the bid end. Oh, so did your 19, Aaron. You might want to refresh. There's the bid end from Karen. So, Nikki, it's coming to you. You didn't need your just in case for 9. Thank you so much.
$20 choice, Amy, and you said something about some Easter decor, so I have some. I think both of these eggs are from probably the 1980s, so it'll be $20 choice. This will be your first one here, and it is a 2-sided one. It has this scene of what I believe is like maybe a sister and brother bunny, maybe a mom and son bunny, and on the inside, I'll show you what it says. It does say Germany on the inside, but I think it said... Well, let's do it right now. I think it says on the inside, it says made in the German Democratic Republic. And that would have been anywhere between 1949. I had to right now. It's 1949 and 1990. But just from having these eggs and collecting these eggs, I feel like this is probably from the 1980s. Okay. So it does have just a little bit of discoloration, not too bad, but overall really nice. It's a medium size egg. It measures about 6 by 4. So about 6 by 4, and you have the fun little bunny there. She has her little basket on the back with some jelly beans, and she has her tulips in her hands, and he's gathering some jelly beans as well, trying to get them. Look at his tongue there, licking or eating some.
Does he eat the chocolate egg?
I think he is, and that peep is like that. Peep's like, you're diabetic. You shouldn't eat that. You shouldn't have that. I do love the butterflies on it. And it's in overall really good condition. And sometimes these, if they're not stored properly, they won't close nice and snug. But this one does close nice and snug. You can see there's what the inside looks like. So $20 choice. This is your first one. Again, I believe these are from the 1980s. There you can see the butterflies on it. And it is double-sided, so it does have the same exact design. Thank you, Janine. It has the same graphics on both sides to it. So that's your first one. That one is 6 by 4. This one is 4.5 by 3. And this one is really cute. You have these little peeps in here kind of chirping in, I guess, their little egg. I guess the little top of the egg is popped off. Then you can see this one has it on both sides as well. There is just a little bit of wear to the paper there, but it's still intact. It's just lifted off. And this one's really special. This is the first time I've ever had one like this. I don't think somebody made it. Well, somebody made it. I don't think this was a home job. I think this is the way it was crafted. So if you open it up on the inside, You have
my gosh.
You have a little chenille peep there with her little baby peeps popping out. They have their little seed bead eyes and their little beaks. And you can see them there. And this is actually like the same material that's used, like the chenille that's used on the pipe cleaners. So you can actually see that it's attached to a little cardboard piece in there, and it might be washed out, but the little peeps in there, they're yellow. And then I believe these might be their eggs in the back. I think these are little eggs. It's a little pink egg and a red egg.
Oh my gosh.
And then you have the two little peepees there. And also, I do believe, like I said, this is 1980s because they have those little paper eyes that are attached to the little mama. So thank you so much, Aaron. We're in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Again, just note some of the paper did lift up a bit, but there's no smells. There's no stains. And this one is in very good condition. This one measures, like I said, about 4.5 by 3. So it's about 4.5 and about 3 inches across. Double-sided. No tears to it. Just with years of being handled and stored, I just would say to cover myself, maybe a little slight discoloration. And then this one is another fun graphic, and that one's a little bit bigger. So there they are side by side. So you'll either choose between chicks or bunny. Let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, fun 1980s bunnies there. And then we got the chicks with the little surprise on the inside, and I'd never seen before. All right. Thank you so much, Karen. So, Aaron, let me know. Did you want chicks or did you want bunnies? And I guess they would fit in each other. If you wanted to store them that way, you could. So you got the chicks. Thank you so much. We'll bring the bunnies back for the recap.
All right. And I forgot to mention we do have community share tonight after our sale from Miss Chrissy H. Miss Chrissy H. A few things from Chrissy H. I probably have some more to share later on. But yes, I forgot to mention that at the beginning. All right. My next round's going to start at 18. And I have a cube. I love a good side eye. And the Kewpie does it the best, I think. I'm here for it. And this is a Cameo Kewpie from 1967 and does have the original little outfit, which I love. It's kind of a light teal color and then more of kind of like a little lacy overlay and the teeniest, tiniest little buttons. And then she's got little matchy pants. Now this one is not a fully jointed cube. All right. The Phantom, I see you. Thank you so much. This one's not fully jointed and it's not the squeaker version. This is the harder vinyl version. So the only thing that moves on here is her little head. So you can kind of adjust her head a little bit, but her arms and legs do not move. All right. I'm going to turn her to the back. She does have a little snap back here on her outfit. She has marked Cameo back here on the head and on the back of the body, and then stamped Kewpie here on her foot. And they Cameo did different sizes of these Kewpies. This one is 10 inches tall and about 6.5 at the arm span. She does stand on her own pretty well, nice and flat-footed. There we go. Cute. Very cute. And I like the pastel kind of outfit that she's in. Usually I find these in dresses, but I don't think I've ever found one in this little pantsuit before. They really do have the best side eyes. She's very judgy. I'm judging you, Jason. I'm judging you.
She'd be cute if you could like put a little Easter egg in her hand or something. That'd be cute.
Or some little bunny ears.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Yes. Or hang a little
like, a little basket. Oh, yeah. She'd be really cute. Really cute. I should have thought about that. I could have given her a little Easter basket. All right. I see Phantoms in at 18. Oh, Nikki Moss just popped in there with a 19. Thank you so much. We're looking for 20. Oh, Deborah's in there as well. I keep forgetting that the lag. We have to take into account the lag. I see Deborah's in at 20, so we're looking for 21 or more, and I'm going to do that countdown now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
You're right, Amy. You never see them in anything other than a dress, and to have that.
Okay. And Nikki Moss has got a 22 in there, and there is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. All right. So Nikki had the high bid at 22. Miss Kathy had a just in case of 25. So congratulations, Kathy. Coop is coming to you for 23. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you.
All right. I have a choice round, Amy. It's going to be $20 choice. I have some of these popcorn, or also known as glitter plaques, and they are all St. Patrick's Day.
That's weird.
They're all St. Patrick's Day. So the first one is going to be your leprechaun. I do believe that these are on the older side because some of the older ones are the only time I've ever seen that they have glitter. So you can see there's glitter on his shamrock. That's actually, in there with the melted plastic. So it's really not going to come off. So you can even see that there's some glitter mixed in down here with his little bow tie, which also mimics a complete bottom of a shamrock as well. So and what I do love is the era when they did actually have a nice hole in it so you could hang it. So $20 choice. This will be your first one. This is the leprechaun. It's in a very good condition. There's no cracks. There's no real discoloration to it. He is on the larger side. He measures about 15 by 11. So 15 by 11. Here you can see, here it is from the back. Maybe that'll help you with some of the details because my light's washing it out. So and you can even display him this way if you want to as well. This is the back side of it. It gives you just a little bit more idea of what the details look like, but without, when the light isn't, screaming on it, you can get a better look at the details when the light's not so bright. So that'll be your first choice at 20. That's the leprechaun. That is 15 by 11. Then I have two of the shamrocks. I have one of the smaller one, and that is the same. These all came from the same estate. So I believe they're all the same time frame of when they were made and sold. This one is the smaller one. It's about 11 by 11. And if you get in here, you can sort of see, let me flip it around. Maybe you can see it better. You can see this one has glitter on it as well. So you can see it kind of glistening there.
Usually if you say glitter plaque, John of Every Holiday Display pops into the chat.
I'm sure he's on his way. I'm sure he's on his way. So 20 choice, that is the smaller shamrock. And then here is the larger one. That'll be your third choice. You can see that they're similar designs. And this one is the bigger one. And this one has part of its original price sticker on the back. I'm not even sure of the company. It's something Landco. It's LANEC something. I don't even know what company that is.
I've never ever seen a brand associated with these ever.
No, I believe that would have been the original price tag sticker on the back. And
like a store time.
If I ever see a sticker on them, usually it's the one with the American flag that says, proudly made in the USA. But I do believe these are probably the 70s or the 80s. And this large one measures 16 by 14. So 16 by 14 on the St. Patrick's Day glitter plaque or popcorn. I always said popcorn. So that'll be your one choice.
Popcorn too.
So you can, when it comes time. So Riley, it is Riley, right? Yep, Riley, thank you so much. So we're looking for 21 or more. You'll either claim it large, and then we have the small one. And again, they're all that same time frame. So you can see it has the big hole in it to hang it. And they have the glitter on them too, which is sort of unique. Years later, they kind of did away with that. And then we have Mr. Leprechaun guy. So they'd all look pretty nice together, but they are choice. So it'd be leprechaun, small shamrock, or large shamrock. Let's count them down. We're looking for 21 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 21 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And again, you can claim it. So we'll be on the same page. Leprechaun, small shamrock, large shamrock. You can take a variation or you can take all three. You can do whatever you would like. So Riley, congratulations. You get choice at 20. And now you can really see the glitter on his shamrock on his hat. And I do love, if folks have never noticed, that he also has the shamrock as part of his base and bow tie area too. So
I've never seen that one. I think there's another leprechaun head. I've never seen that one.
This one is probably only the second time I've ever had the leprechaun. And you love the large shamrock and small shamrock. All right, Riley, thank you so much. We'll bring the leprechaun back in the recap. Congratulations. And Riley, I think you're new to me, unless your handle and name because they changed it. But if you're new, just send me an email and we'll get you invoiced. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. Let's see. I always remember my teachers in elementary school decorating with not just the cardboard cutouts, but with those around their classroom too. Always remember those.
Very nostalgic.
All right. These are pretty special, and I'm definitely starting them significantly lower than what they typically sell for. I've never had any of these before. You guys know I love Joseph Originals figurines, but I've never had any of these. I've never run across any of these from this series before. This was new to me, finding these out in the wild. So I only previewed 2, but I actually have 3 of them tonight. The third one just wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit. I had no more room. So these are all from the Little Pets series. So Joseph did a number of different series of figurines that all kind of coordinated together, had a similar theme, that sort of thing. And these are all holding little animals, and they're stinking cute. So the first one I have, here she is. Meow, meow. So she is the one. She's dressed in this light, kind of springy green, and she's holding onto a cat. So there's no damage on any of these. They are all great condition, and they all have Joseph Originals foil sticker here. All right, so this is the first one, and she is her name is actually Wendy. So she is the one dressed in light green with her little kitty, and her name is Wendy. And they do have Joseph Originals inscribed in the bottom, and the black and gold Japan. Okay, so that's the first one. And Wendy is 4 inches tall. They're all around the same size. The next one I have is actually Miss Tina. There she is. Her name is Tina. And she's got kind of like a little hound dog. And she's dressed in yellow with pink flowers on her dress. So very cute. I absolutely love these. I see Renee was in at 25. Beth is in at 26. Thank you so much. And the third one that I did not preview. Tina is 4 inches tall as well. And the last one I have is in blue. There she is. And she has kind of like, I think, a Cocker Spaniel kind of dog. And she has the little ball that she's holding in her hand. This one's name is Mandy. And there they all are. Oh, they're so cute.
I've never seen these before. I never knew these existed, Amy. These are good.
There's several other ones in the series in different color dresses and different animals as well. So there's several more in the series. These were the only ones that I came across at the time, but there's definitely more out there. If you look up Joseph Originals Little Pets series, you can probably find some of the other ones so you can see what they look like. But I have 2 dogs, 1 cat. So again, the one in the green is Wendy. The one in yellow is Tina. And the one on the end in blue is Mandy. And that's how we're going to claim, or we'll claim by color, blue, yellow, green. Okay. So Krista just popped in there with a 27. We're looking for 28 or more. Mandy is also 4 inches. So you can see that they're all relatively the same size. Again, no chips, no damage, just a little bit of crazing in a couple spots in the glaze, but that is it. Let's do that countdown. Anybody that has a bid in there is welcome to use it just in case during the countdown. Looking for 28 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I'm trying to think. I think these all came from Nebraska. I really can't remember. I don't remember what state these came from.
These are pretty spectacular. I love Tina's hands, the way she's like that.
Yeah, she's very like,
Yeah, so good.
I do too. Actually, I can't wait to edit this video. This was an entire case. I've never seen a whole full glass showcase full of Joseph originals, but that's where they came from. It was like somebody's whole collection. All right. Bid end is in from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Looks like Beth got a 30 in there. And then Renee had a just in case of 50. So Renee, you get first choice at 31. So you can tell me blue, yellow, or green, or a combination, if you will. Let me know down in the chat. Second pick is going to go to Beth. And then Krista is going to be back up after that. Thank you all so much. All right, Mandy and Tina. So blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Right. You got it. Thank you so much. I wish I had some more of them, but I do not. And then left, Beth, we have the green one, which is Little Miss Wendy. If you are interested, let me know down in the chat. If Beth passes, Krista, you are on deck.
Even the colors are very unique.
Okay, Beth is going to pass. No worries. Krista, I think that was everybody that was in there. Yes. So Krista, let me know if you want the green one, and I can just watch the chat. If not, we'll bring her back at the recap. Thank you all so much.
All right, Amy, $24 if anybody is interested. St. Patrick's Day was really, really hard to find this year. So I have a few more pieces for next week, but $24 on this unique. I believe this is a little leprechaun's hat, St. Patrick's Day hat with the shamrocks on it. It might be getting washed out, but the belt buckle there is in like a buttery yellow. There are no chips or cracks to the piece. It is marked Japan, but I don't know who made it. This little white spot right here, that is glazed over. So that was done in the manufacturing. They actually missed a little bit of it. So it is marked Japan here on the bottom, a very generic Japan. So that doesn't help me narrow in on who the maker might be. But it's this fun little hat planter. It still has its little plastic piece in there to hold your different flowers and things. I didn't have a chance to remove that. That's easy to do, but it will come with that. And there's not much more to say because there is no damage to it. Minimal crazing. This would be really, really fun for you to do a centerpiece with it. You could actually maybe put some candies in it. You could fill it up with those little candy coins that we all like to use at St. Patrick's Day with the chocolate and the little foil around it. Thank you, Karen. I think it's really fun too, and it's a nice little size.
I've never seen that either, so I don't even have a guess on that one.
Again, these pieces, it's you think it's hard to find Halloween, and it's hard to find Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day is really difficult to get your hands on. So it measures 3 inches tall by about 3.5 inches across. There you can see, I love the way they did the details on the shamrock. They didn't have to do that. And this is all glazed over. So these are minty style green. Again, this is like in a butter yellow. No chips or cracks. There's your Japan mark. Just a gorgeous, fun little leprechaun, little Irish man's little hat for your St. Patrick's Day display. So if you know somebody who's Irish or loves to enjoy St. Patrick's Day, this would make a nice little gift for them. You could fill it up with things just to show you there are no chips here on the rim. And again, it's just a fun little piece in very good condition. I just, again, want to show you here. That's glazed over. So that's not a chip. They actually missed that in the factory. And this would just be a fun little piece for your St. Patrick's Day displays. You could actually put maybe a little card holder in it, and you could put your St. Patrick's Day maybe postcards or greeting cards in it. You could pop a little plush leprechaun out of it. Maybe, you have a fun little, You have a fun little Annalee guy. You could pop.
I was just going to say he would look cute popping out of that hat.
Like you could pop him in there. He'd look super fun in there, and you'd have a great centerpiece. And again, when it comes to the St. Patrick's Day things, look at him. He's just having a little party in that hat. They're not too easy to get your hands on. So $24 on probably the 1960s, I would say, 1960s ceramic. But we're going to put it to the side and keep moving. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. I have a 10 for my next round here. It's going to start at 16. And this is a made in England toffee tin. Although it's not typical ones that I find. This one I love because of the flowers on it. And it makes a nice riser. I've actually crafted with this tin before. But this is Macintosh's Golden Toffee Wafers tin. Relatively good shape. There's just a little bit of wear to it. But the kind of bright, really brightly colored pinks, blues, greens, yellows kind of carry out, and then pops of gold for like the basket weave there. Caroline, I see you. Thank you so much. And there is the ingredients for the candy that would have originally come in here. And there is the bottom made in England there. And oh, there's the top. So it has this was like the original price sticker of $1.35 or $1.36, something like that. On the top, it's a little worn out. But for the most part, I'd say the tin is pretty good shape. I'm going to show you the inside. Pretty clean. I don't really see on the lid here, there's just a little tiny spot of rust. But for the most part, that's pretty much what those tins look like from mid-century. This one's probably 60s. There's a couple different variations of this tin, different sizes as well that they made for these. But this one's probably my favorite size. It's more like kind of similar to a coffee can size. It is a 4 inches tall and about 5 inches in diameter. Yeah, great, great bright colors. I love that tin. Caroline's in at 16. We're looking for, oh, Melissa just popped in there. Thank you so much. We're looking for 18 or more. And let's do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I guess $1.25. That makes more sense.
I love that that sticker's still on that. The price tag, I think it just gives it a little extra.
Yeah. Yep. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Nikki, your 26 did come in after the bid end. You might want to refresh. So at the end there, Nikki did have an 18 in there, but Caroline had it just in case. So Caroline, it is coming to you for 19. Thank you so much.
All right. If anybody is interested, this is going to be $25. It's going to be $25. Can I get the leprechaun? No, you can have it right now, Minx. Absolutely. No, thank you so much. Let me write that down before I forget. I appreciate you. So that goes to Minx. Thank you so much.
And if you guys haven't refreshed in a while, don't forget to do that. Okay. Don't forget to refresh.
Okay. I got you, Minx. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. And let me move it to the sold side so I don't mess it up. $25. Okay. This is 1990s kitsch at its best. Okay. And I can tell you right now, it's hard to find this whole set. Okay. And
wait, did you say choice and I missed it?
No, it's $25.
It's for the whole thing?
It's for the whole entire set. So
whoa.
We're going to get the whole entire bisque Easter train from the 1990s. It has its original light kit and it does work. So that's sort of important because the light kit is strung together. So each one of the cars lights up. What makes this also unique is it has its original little figurines that go with it. So it has its little guy there that's selling like Easter things. She's got her little luggage right there to get on the little train. This little bunny fell asleep on the little train bench right there. And then over here we have this little lady pushing her little cart with the little Easter bunny. So it is made of bisque. It does light up. It's probably made in Taiwan. It is double-sided. And for $25, when I looked online, it was $25 for 2 of these. So 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 $25 there were just parts to it. You can't find the whole thing online. So it does light up. So you can see here, if the locomotive flickers, the bulb's a little loose. I didn't tighten the bulb, but everything works. So you can see how it does light up. All these great pastel colors, all these fun little hearts. And then it says Happy Easter and that little heart at the very, very top. Everything is in pink and yellow and purples and blues. And then you have the little bunnies. You can see the little bunny there hanging out of the window of the one egg car in the back. And then you have the little bunny hanging out over here. So some of these 1990s are very, very in. So let me just flip it around so I can show you this side. So if you were to put this maybe as a centerpiece, like I said, it's double-sided. So this side says, "Be my bunny love," and it says Easter. So it's a really, really fun piece. Again, this is the new kitsch that is, very popular because some of the 50s and 60s stuff is not that easy to find. And a lot of the folks are remembering this from the 1990s. I can remember this from the 1990s. So this wouldn't be like dollar store stuff. This would have been sold at, some of your department stores. So again, the big selling point for me is that it has its original cord. And we will turn it off for a second here. And that's important because it is a single string with 3 lights on it that pop into each one of those cars. So if you didn't have the original light, then you'd have to have one of those, light kits, and you'd have to run 3 separate plugs out. But because it's original, you only have to run one. So I'm trying to think, like dimensional wise, the locomotive is roughly 5.5 by 5. So 5.5 by 5. Each one of the little cars is about 4.5 by 3. And then each one of the little people or bunnies, they're roughly about 2 inches. I agree, Karen. Instant display, you'd be ready to go. But I'm going to sit it down so I don't break it, and I'll bring it back in the recap. Thank you so much.
Gosh. That is so cute. Yes, that is exactly what I grew up with those kind of decorations. Oh, so cute. All right, I'm gonna do this next. So this is not something I typically bring. I think I did have some turquoise ones last year. I do decorate with usually the saucers of these. This is pink crinoline is what it's called by Hazel Atlas. Do have a teacup and saucer in the pink, so it also comes in turquoise, very mid-century color-wise, and it is marked HA with a number on the bottom of the cup, and it's also marked, I don't know if it's going to catch it, right there is the Hazel Atlas mark on the bottom. So there's no chips on either one of these, and I like to put figurines on these, and they have kind of a ruffly edge, kind of to mimic fluting or kind of crinoline, the fabric, if you will, how it kind of flutes out like that. That's why they called it that. There's lots of different pieces besides teacups. There's service plates and salad plates and bowls, sugar creamer, that sort of thing. I just love. And I don't come across the pink very often. And these are great to do if you wanted to do a little display on top. You could use that as a riser as well. There is a tiny little scratch. Let's see if I can catch it. Kind of like Pyrex. If you are looking at the paint, you kind of hold it up to the light. I don't know if I'm going to get it to catch, but there's a little tiny scratch in a couple spots. There's one right in here. It's not going to pick up. It's really not. But just trust me, like holding it up in the light, there is a couple little tiny scratches in here, but nothing really that major. Wendy, I see you. Thank you so much. And measurement for it, it is 4.25 by 2.5 for the cup and 5 3/4 for the saucer. Let's count it down. Looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. And there's Karen's bid end. All right, Miss Wendy, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
I was just trying to see. These will be $5 choice. They're vintage postcards. They're actually probably turn of the century postcards. And I want to say I'm pretty sure that they're all German. Okay, but I don't know that they're all marked German. But they are embossed. They're in very good condition. So this will be your first one at $5. It has one of the seals of Ireland, to my beliefs. And what's really fun about this one is especially Victorian eras when they use the spider webs. So $5 choice. This one, I mean, there's no major creases to them. There's just a little bit of wear to age. And they're your traditional postcard size, about 5.5 by about 3.5. So I believe this is your little Irish fella and Irish lassie here in wonderful Ireland. I love the red bow. I love the gold. And again, I do believe that's the crest of Ireland there. And the spider webs, I think, really makes it fantastic. You can see the embossing when I turn it around. I was trying to see, some of these don't really tell me who made them. This one just has an S in the corner. Maybe somebody knows better than I do, but I don't think it's like a tuck. I don't think it's a tuck card, but that'll be your first one. So thank you, MJ and Deborah. So we're looking for 7 or more. So that's going to be your first one. That one we're going to call Web. That one you'll claim as Web. This one we're going to call Hat. Boy, is this one a really fun postcard.
Ooh, like
the wearing of the green. You have, and you can even see she kind of has a little red tint there to her hair slightly. She's got this beautiful hat, very stated hat. And I do believe this is probably, I didn't get a chance to, I can actually see it now. I don't know who or what illustrator that is, but I'm sure it's probably somebody who did Gibson gals and things like that. Technically, this one isn't used, but there is some writing on it, and all of it is in pencil. So there's what it looks like on the back. You can tell it is embossed. So we're looking for $7 or more on the St. Patrick's Day postcards. This one we will call Hat. This one is one of my favorites. I had one similar to this a few years ago. I think this is really fun. This checks off a lot of lists for St. Patrick's Day. You have the Aaron Go Bra, and then you have the Irish, and you have Dear Memories. You have the shillelagh, the shamrock, the pipe, the hat, all the good stuff. Here's what your back looks like. It looks like this one was in some sort of a scrapbook, because of the, the triangled sides on it. So this one you'll claim as shamrock, but the little inscription says, "No Irish heart will ever part from memories ever new. When the dear old hat, shillelagh, and pipe come from the land where the shamrock grew." So, and you can see all the details, all these great shamrocks, some of the gold on it, and of course they're all embossed. So, and that one was going to be shamrock. This one we are going to call Flower. So great to leave out through Easter. In very good condition. This one was not used at all. Riley, thank you. I see you're 7. So now we're looking for 8 or more. And the inscription on this one says, "Fair as the lily white is my Irish sweetheart. St. Patrick's Day is a delight. Oh, Aaron, may we never part." So this one, again, these are, and I'll tell you guys, St. Patrick's Day stuff is not that easy to find, especially if you're looking for some unique postcards. You can find some, what I'd say, generic ones that just have shamrocks. But if you want some of these, ladies or, inscriptions, you really got to search. It took me a year to find enough to do a choice frame. So we'll go in reverse just so you guys know what they're being claimed as. This one's going to be Flower. Okay. And that one is technically, it's unused. This one is unused as well. This one we're going to call Shamrock. This one here, we're going to call Hat. Beautiful Gibson style girl. Look at that face. And you can see that she does have a tint of a little bit of red to her hair. And then the first one I showed you, which I really think is fantastic, if I can get my hands on it, is the effect of the spider webs on it. And they're all very vibrant. So web, hat, shamrock, or flower. Let's count it down. We're looking for 8 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Now you're reading my mind, Karen. That's what I was envisioning. So if you had one,
I looked through a lot of St. Patrick's postcards, and I never saw any that were this good. They're just pretty like, I don't know.
That's not what I was going for. So I think me and Amy worked pretty hard on trying to blend things together so you guys can get to decorating and do your assemblages. So MJ had a just in case, but Riley had a just in case at 12. So for 10, Riley, you get first choice. MJ, you're on deck. This one we're calling web. So that one is web. This one is hat. This one is shamrock. And this one is flower. Flower, shamrock, hat. I feel like an eye doctor. Web. Do you see a web? Do you see a hat? And of course, you can take whatever you want. Shamrock. All right. So you are taking the shamrock one. So Riley, just to confirm, you're taking that one. Thank you so much. And that was a 10. So MJ, you have backup at 9. I have the web, the hat. Oh, the two ladies are left. It took me a while to find any kind of girls too. So that one is flower, shamrock, hat, and web. So it's web, hat, and flower. Flower, hat, web. And this one, I look and look.
Spider web is fantastic.
I try to find the Victorian spider web things, and this, I was so excited.
Spider webs and that kind of imagery were meant for good luck.
That's what I thought. I wasn't too sure. Again, Victorian stuff I sell. I'm not going to act like I know, everything about Victorian era, but I did know there was a significance to it, and I thought that's what it meant. So, MJ, if you're still there, boy, the lag's real tonight, guys. MJ, this one is web. That one is hat.
I've been looking on both.
And that one is flower.
See if I could see MJ. I don't. Oh, she says howdy, y'all. MJ.
So MJ, let me know which one, or was that supposed to mean all, or I would like the remainder. Okay, yes. MJ, thank you so much. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I have a choice round, and it's going to be choice at 40. Oh, come on. StreamYard is not liking my comments tonight. It keeps not letting me put the start bids in. I don't know why. That's never happened before. Okay. I have some Lefton bluebird pieces. I typically don't like to sell these together because sometimes you need one or the other. And that's why I'm doing choice on them. Now, I will say relatively good condition on both of them. There were 2 tiny itty bitty flea bites that I did paint touch up, and I will try my best to show those to you. But overall, they are probably the nicest condition Lefton bluebirds that I've ever come across. And these came from Iowa, fresh from Iowa. Tweet. I love these guys. They are just the happiest little birdies. I can't think of spring without thinking of these guys. So I do have the sugar bowl and the creamer. Okay, so I'm going to show you each one. So first, I will show you the creamer. Okay, so here on the beaky, right? It's a pinpoint. All right, I don't know. It's probably not going to show because I do my best to paint touch to blend, so it's seamless, so you can't even see it. It's a very tiny little pinpoint right on the edge of the beak, blended in that kind of orangey color. Okay. And then this one does have a tiny little, right? Is it this one? Yeah. Right in here on this edge, there's another little pinpoint flea bite. You can't even really see it. There's not even really any crazing going on with these, but very, very cute. 1950s Lefton, marked and stickered on the bottom. So that is the creamer. Little Miss Creamer. She is 4.5 by 3.3 3/4. Okay, so she is. And the sugar bowl also had a tiny little pinpoint. So I'll show you the sugar bowl as it is. So very highly detailed. I love the eyelashes. That's my favorite thing about these guys. Now, the tiny little flea bite that I touched up on this one is on the back of this feather, kind of in the gray. It's not really going to show, but it's kind of in the gray kind of feather, if you will, in the back, but that's it. There's nothing else going on with this one at all. Yeah, really, really nice condition. Sometimes these can get pretty chippy if they were actually used. I don't believe that either one of these was ever used. There's no staining. They're very clean on the inside. I don't think that they were ever used as a sugar bowl or a creamer. There's a little birdie butt shot for you. Kind of looks weird without the head on it. But there is the sticker and the numbering there on the bottom. Really nice condition. The sugar bowl is just slightly bigger than the creamer. That is 3 3/3, and then 5 inches tall on that one. The cookie jar bluebird is so cute. I don't know if I've ever seen the bluebird cookie jar in person. I'm trying to think if I have. I don't think I have. I have seen the musical teapot one time at the Heart of Ohio in Springfield. They used to have it there in a showcase. I don't know. I haven't been in that mall, gosh, since the last time you guys came to Springfield.
Yeah, about 2 years. 2 years, I think.
I don't know what year that was.
Yeah, 2 years.
But they have there's a teapot that you wind it up and it plays music. And it was $500 last time I saw it. But that's the only other one that I've ever seen. But there we go. There's the sugar bowl and the creamer. And Jennifer, I see you. Thank you so much. We're looking for 41 or more. I am going to do a countdown. Jennifer, I do encourage you to put in it just in case anybody pops in there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Birdie bid end. Tweet, tweet.
I think I've only had this set one time, and I brought it to a live.
Ooh, Jennifer, I see you're 45. Thank you so much. Ooh, and there is Karen's bid end. All right. Jennifer's going to be my winner at 45. Suzanne, if Jennifer does not take both, you are on deck for second pick. So Jennifer, let me know if you want the sugar bowl or the creamer or both. I just do not run across the Lefton bluebird pieces as often as I used to. Oh, Jennifer's going to keep the birdies together. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $45. These tins are very collectible. And usually when they sell for double or about $125. And mine is in probably the best condition that I could find. This is probably from the 1930s.
Oh yeah, this is a good tin.
The little latch here, we're just going to put that down. I mean, it does stay up, but it has a tendency to fall down. This is from the Johnson Educator Food Company. They did a series of nursery rhyme little boxes that had little cakelets in it. So it's little cakelets made in Crackerland. So this is made by the Tindico. I think I'm saying right. Tindico company here on the bottom. So you can see it's embossed there. Tindico on the bottom. So is that bid for me or is that bid? Do you think?
I'm not sure. Our pass. I just want to make sure. What I think she might be lagging from the bluebird round. I'm not sure.
I think they're still bidding on the bluebird. So
yeah.
You can see how clean the inside of my tin is. What is a selling point on this is it still has its original handle. A lot of times the handles are missing, and a lot of times these are completely rusted out. But these are fun heading into your spring and Easter decor because we have a little bit of Peter Rabbit. And look how portly he is there in his vest and attire. I think these are the 3 little bears. So we have some of them. And folks,
this is such good condition.
I'm telling you right now, one that was completely scratched and rusted just sold on eBay for $125.
I've only seen this tin once, and it was totally rusted out.
So again, I try to find things for you guys, but if you want me to have nice things to offer on a live, I gotta pay.
Hey, Dusty.
I have to pay. So so here's some more of the other nursery rhymes here. I think the worst wear is right here on this side. So, and we'll just keep spinning it around here. Again, it's in very good condition here. Again, I think this is great for, of course, a nursery rhyme collector. It's also good for Easter time because you have Peter Rabbit. You can see the hinge is in super good condition. Amy, can you help me with whatever nursery rhyme that is with, I forget who it is, the turtle and the, I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's the one with the fox.
That's what I thought. And
Gosh,
this
I can't think of what that is.
Well,
isn't it the fox and the crow?
I think so, but then this is also the cat and the fiddle.
Hey diddle diddle.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have the fox. So you have a whole bunch of nursery rhymes in there. They're all doing different things. Now let me hook this up. And what I love is look at the possum hanging out on the tree.
So good. Jeremy Fisher. Yeah.
Tortoise in the hair.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Renee. So again, what the big selling point is that it has its handle on it. I sold one of these years ago in my store for a dealer. I think I ended up getting, he had sold it for $125 and it was completely rusted and rotted out. This one looks like it was barely ever played with or used. So these would have been then given to little ones to play with and use as little lunch boxes and stuff like that.
Me too, Minx. Me too.
This one is in very good condition. I do too, Minx. This one measures about 8 by 6. So it's about 8 by 6. And again, you can see how clean it is. There's what your bottom looks like. Again, it's backwards. And hello, Dusty. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know that I called out the bids, but Caroline's in at 48. Thank you so much. I did see your bid in there, Dusty. And there's what the inside looks like. So we're looking for 49 or more. I see you, Phantom, in at 49. Kathy, I see you're 49. So I'm just going to get the lid back on here, and then we're going to do a countdown. So just in case can be used if you were an active bidder. You had to be an active bidder. So let's count it down. We're looking for 50, and we are doing just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, John. Good to see you, friend.
Good job.
This does slip down every now and again when you're moving it up. When you get this in person, I bend that a little bit, and I bet you it goes on a little bit tighter. But it's still there. That's the important part. So thank you all so much for the bids. I appreciate it. Dusty had a just in case of 90. Caroline had a just in case of 87, and that was over everybody else's bids. So for $88, Dusty, thank you so much. And thank you all for the bids. You made my evening. Thank you, guys.
Congrats. That's fantastic. And I don't know what a cakelet is either.
I don't either. I tried to look it up.
I feel like I'm picturing like a pedophore. You know, like those fancy little tea cakes. But,
okay, like, I tried to look it up.
Little squares, they're like this big. You guys know what I'm talking about. A pedophore? That's what I think a cakelet is. I don't know.
I do.
Who knows? It could be anything. It could be fruitcake. I don't think it's fruitcake, but I'm here. I want a piece, whatever it is. Cakelet. Send it to me. All right. I do have a bunny tonight. I have, I love these long ear bunnies. They're some of my favorites, although this one isn't gigantic. Usually Jason and I at some point in the spring season have like the giant ear bunnies. But this one is just a little one. And I like this size because it can fit pretty much anywhere. There is a little bit of discoloration in a few spots. Right here in the ear is kind of like the darkest little spot for it. But overall, the yellow part of him is very clean. Dusty Moose, I see you. Thank you so much. And he has little pom-pom eyes. And usually the pom-pom eyes indicate Columbia toy. I've had some other Columbia toy plush that have these little kind of pom-pom features. not just for the nose, but for the eyes. And then he's got his little derpy tongue hanging out. He sadly did not have a ribbon when I found him, but I have added just a pink satin bow that can come off easily if you don't want it on there. But I always think that they look a little closer to how they originally were produced if they have the little ribbon there. And he's got a little nubbin. There's this little nubbin tail poked out. Now, what he's stuffed with, he is not stuffed with sawdust. He feels more like, and me refurbing these, I kind of feel like he is stuffed with the fiber kind of stuff. Like they sweep the floor and just shove it in there. It looks more like hamster bedding. That's kind of like what it feels like to me in there. And there is wire armature. I can feel it in there. So if you do want to bend these, I would not suggest that. Usually they tend to snap. The wire tends to get a little bit brittle over time from the 50s. So I would just leave it as is. This one is a little loose, FYI. This one, the ear just kind of moves just a little bit. So that's why I would say be gentle with that. Measurement for Bun Bun is 14 inches tall to the top of the ears and about 6 inches at the widest point of his little feet. Okay, there's the bottom of him. Okay, and that's where he is stitched together. So that's where he would have been stuffed. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. Thank you all so much. I see Jerry right now has the high bid at 42. I saw Dusty, a buttermilk in there as well. Thank you all so much. So let's do a countdown. We are looking for 43 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We love our plush bunnies over here.
I love them. They're hard to sell, but boy, am I happy to share them with people. This color, this yellow, I'm a sucker for better yellow ones.
And yellow together. All right, Dusty, I see you just in case. Thank you so much. And there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Dusty with that just in case over Carrie, 43. Dusty Moose. Coming to you, lady. Thank you so much.
All right. It'll be $25 choice. I have 3 different versions of Bobblehead Kokeshis. 2 of them are what I believe are bride and groom. The other one is just a couple. And I do believe these are from the 60s to the very early 1980s. Okay. So $25. They're in very good condition and they are bobblehead. So this is going to be your first set right here. Again, with the color attire on these hinge very kitschy. I think they would look very great in your spring displays, especially since this is your first set of bride and groom Kokeshi. So usually the bride and groom ones, to my knowledge, and anyone can correct me, is when she has this attached to her head or her headdress region. And usually when he's wearing this kind of a hat, they usually call these the little bride and groom sets. So you can see that they are the turned wood. There is no stamp on the bottom. So these are probably made in Japan or China, or the one set I have, they're marked Korea. So these could be from Korea as well, but they're unmarked. So you can see the paint is in remarkable condition and they are the little bobblehead ones. So you can get them bouncing. And these measure about 3 3/4 inches tall. So Aunt Kiki, I see you're 25. Thank you so much. Let me just spin him around so you can see there's no paint wear. And again, I believe these to be the late 60s into the very early 80s, probably 70s. And I did a lot of research on these to try to pinpoint exactly when they were from. That was the closest I could get. So that'll be your one choice, okay? We're going to break up the wedding of the bride and groom with just a little set of Kokeshis. And look at these little ones bobble. Again, the color on these is phenomenal. Very good condition. You can see it is the painted over turned wood. Again, I don't know if these were made in Japan or Korea or China, but I do believe them to be 60s or 70s. They have their original little pom-poms on there. Dude, stop bobbing. So you can see the paint is really good. They're really fun. And these measure about the same size as the first set, about 3 3/4. They're just shy of 4 inches tall. So these could be your bride and grooms too, but I don't think they are because of the headdress on them. These would just be souvenir pieces. So that's going to be your second set. So I'm doing them in reverse. I gave them letters this time, so it's easier to type. These are really fun. These are larger Kokeshis. These are stamped Korea on the bottom. And with the stamp on the bottom, I was able to show 60s or 70s is when these are probably from. So these would be your larger bride and groom. And you can see that they are the bobbleheads. And these measure 8.5 inches tall. So in comparison, that is the large one. And there's the shorter one. Okay. Let me show you real quick up here on the screen, the paint wear. There is no paint wear on these. They're in very, very good condition. Again, I do believe with the head dressing here on the back, that makes her the bride, and then also would make him the groom. He actually has like a paper material that's attached there, and a little bit of it is a little disintegrated. Other than that, it's intact, and he just bobbles away. I think these are really fun. These are some of the most kitschiest Kokeshi I've had in a while. And in some of the research I did, they say this is a signature, okay? I don't know. I've sold Kokeshis. I'm not too knowledgeable, but I've had the research that I researched. This is some kind of a signature, I believe, here on the front, okay? You're right, Joe. They are very mid-century. So these are the large bride and groom baubles. This you'll claim as A. So you'll claim that as A. These are going to be just your Kokeshi couple, and these would be B. So we're looking for 26 or more, and then we'll hold these up and we'll count them down. These will be number C, and these are your smaller bride and grooms, and they're your little baubles as well. So Aunt Kiki's holding it. Thank you so much. We're looking for 26 or more. Let's count them down. A, B, or C, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These came from the same estate. I don't know if they traveled and brought all three sets back, but they all came from the same estate. They are both stamped Korea, the large ones. The other ones could be, but they don't have stickers or stamps on them. Thank you, Aunt Kiki. You didn't need it. There is the bid end. So Aunt Kiki, you get choice. Which one or ones did you want at 25? This one is A. These are B. I love how they bobble. And then these third ones, these would be letter C. And again, you can see the paint's all in very good condition. It's not chipping. It's not flaking. Fun detail on each of them. And A and C are your bride and grooms. All right. And Kiki, you're taking both bride and groom sets. Thank you so much. We'll bring the other ones back.
Jason, I wish you could have seen. He was just out of frame, but Parmesan is up, and he was like so engrossed in you shaking the bobble.
Oh, and the bobbles. Like, oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
Yes, he is awake. Yes. All right. I have a choice round. And I was going to say, in a community share later, after the sale, Chrissy, she has some Kokeshis that are in her pictures. Yeah. Right. So you get to see hers. All right. I have a choice of micro mosaics tonight, and they're both different, but they're both like pretty springy, like color wise. And they are oval. All right, so here is, I got cat hair flying everywhere. Here, and this one, it has kind of, the middle is kind of like a turquoisey kind of blue in this one. And camera's doing a pretty good job at showing all the tiny little glass tiles. These just fascinate me. How much work go into making these? And these are both the same size, but they are totally different color-wise. So this one's kind of got like like a light lavender color, rose kind of flower, big one in the center, and then yellow and reds, and then green, red, and blue for the outside. Paul Pop, I see. Thank you so much. And both of them have kind of the safety pin closure here on the back. So the head of it, it's not a safety clasp, but it looks more like a safety pin kind of style closure on the back. Both of them are like goldie tone with that rope kind of edging for the setting there. So that is number 1. And number 2, although similar but totally different, has more of a lavender. Yeah, I would say that's definitely a lavender light purple kind of for the center of that one. And I love the yellow and white, that big old white daisy in there for the center, and then green, red, and blue for the outer. So kind of the outers are similar, but the middles are totally different. So you can see that the outer edges look pretty much the same as far as the patterning goes, but I like that the middle is a different colorway, but great springtime colors. And there they are. Those are the size. They're a little bit larger size. They are 1.5 by 1, 1.5 by 1 for them. As far as I can tell, there's no missing tiles in either one of them. In good shape, no tarnishing or anything like that. Nikki Moss, I see you. Thank you so much. So those are your 2 choices. They are both the same. Neither one of them are stamped Italy on the back. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. But they are Italian micro mosaics, and these would probably be mid-century style ones. Usually, the tinier the tiles that you get, the older they are, and the settings indicate mid-century on these as well. So I'm going to do a countdown. Paul Pop in at 24, Nikki Moss at 25. So we are looking for 26 or more on choice, and we will claim by color of the middle, so we can do blue or purple. Blue or purple. All right, let's count it down. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end.
These are 2 colorways that I have never seen before, the lavender or this turquoise.
I love the lavender. You know me and purple stuff. If I see some vintage purple, I gotta get it. All right. There is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. I know Kim was absent tonight. She had something going on tonight. So that's why Kim's not here tonight. But thank you, Karen, as always. All right. Just in case of 50 from Paul Pop. And Nikki Moss also has a just in case. So Nikki at 51, let me know if you want purple or blue, purple or teal. It's definitely more on the turquoise, like green blue color rather than royally blue.
They're beautiful. Good time of the year for these.
They are. I know. You're breaking out your spring jackets, although not here. I mean, it's been in the 50s here this week. I'm not complaining by any means, but it's supposed to get cold again next week. Just when we're breaking out the flip-flops, you got to get the snow boots back out. All right. Nikki Moss, I'm waiting for your answer in the chat. I haven't seen it yet. If you want turquoise or purple.
The lag is serious.
I know it is. The lag is real tonight. She may have gotten filtered. Yeah, maybe, Karen. Oh, there she is. You got it, Miss Nikki. Thank you so much. And Nikki, I saw your comment earlier. No, I didn't get an email from you. I'll check it. While I get Jason started. I'll see if I can find it. Thank you so much.
Amy, $18, and I'm parting with one of my bunnies. Mine is a little bit more on the, I don't know, more on the realistic side of it. I believe he's probably 60s to 1980s. He doesn't have a tag on him unless it's somewhere hidden that I can't find it. But I'm going to tell you that his fur is a very high quality plush. It feels almost, you know how those like Russ style plush are? It's very soft. It's a very high quality.
I know, like mohair, but not mohair.
Right. And what I love is he has his little carrot in here. So he has his little felt carrot that's original to him sewn in there. There might be just a little bit of wear, maybe to a little bit of the felt, but no smells, no issues. He's got his cute little brown eyes. I don't believe the eyes are glass. I do believe those eyes are plastic. And what I would do is I'd tuck a pastel Easter egg in there. So, but I think he's super cute. He'd be your little Peter Cottontail in your Easter display. You could keep him out all year round. He just reminds me of your little quintessential Easter bunny at Easter time, a little brown bunny. His little pink ears are in very good condition. There might be just a little bit of wear right there. But again, he is just super cute with his big white puffy tail. He just looks like he's hopping right into your Easter display. He's a nice size. He measures about 8 inches wide by about 6 inches tall. And that was however I could get his ears to lay. Measure-wise, you can see he's got a little white patch there on his head. He's got a little white patch that goes clear from the back to the front of his head. And he's just super cute. Now, they don't really give him much of a nose or whiskers now that I'm kind of looking at him. I don't think any of that's missing, but I just think he's a cute little brown Easter bunny with a sweet little face. But again, you can see how dense the fur is on him. And again, I think he would look cute in an Easter basket. He'd look good on your mantle maybe. But he could kind of be your little Cadbury Easter bunny, I think. I wish I knew the manufacturer. I've been looking all over Bunny Friend here to see if there were any tags. There does feel like there's a little wire armature here in the arms, but I haven't tried to move him all too much, to bend the legs or anything. But really cute little Easter bunny, probably from the 1970s or the very early 1980s, in very good condition. He has his felt, and you can see where it is factory stitched. So he has his little felt little carrot in there in between his hands, and he's just a nice little size. I think he'd look cute in your Easter display. We'll bring him back in the recap. Thank you, Annie.
I've never seen him before either.
I think he's really cute. Thank you, guys.
You find some really different Easter bunny plush.
Well, the problem is I hold on to them for a while, and then I get rid of them. So I'm very particular on the ones that
I know you're never going to get rid of that giant one behind you.
No.
I know that one.
No.
I know that one. Okay.
Nope.
Let's see. I do have, let's see. I have a Nancy Ann Storybook doll in the box for my next one. I am going to, if anybody else is going, let me know, to the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear Show this weekend, which is on Sunday, kind of by Cleveland. It's near Cleveland in Strongsville, Ohio. And I anticipate that I probably will be seeing some Nancy Ann's at the show. I usually do. And there she is. And here is her box. So she is Little Mistress Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? There she is. And one of the variations of her anyway. She does have her little wool felt hat. There is a slight little mark right here that I'm seeing on her little wool felt hat. But on the inside is a little applied kind of peony little flower. Her pask, I see, thank you so much. And she's little blondie there. And she has frozen body, so that just means her arms move, not her head or her legs. And that is everything that she is supposed to have original to her. There's her little pantaloons, and she does have the safety pin closure on the back side. But I like when they have the box that just like protects them a little bit better. I would say, as far as their clothing going missing, that sort of thing. And there's also one of the original little pamphlets in here. Usually these are missing out of the box. I don't find them super often. And this is definitely not all of them. They added, there's a lot more than what is listed in here. But these were usually sold when they were in the store. They would come with the little box like that. All right. Our pass. The bid is for the bunny. Oh, sorry. Okay. We'll go back to it. I'll go back to it. No worries.
Don't go back to it. I'll do it as a claim. I was in the middle of typing it. I didn't want to interrupt you. Okay. It's yours. I got you as a claim. Thank you so much.
Sorry. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, you guys. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. All right. I didn't see any interest in her. So if there was, and I didn't wait long enough because of the lag, let me know. She was 18. And I'll bring her back.
No, you got to keep talking, Amy. Right. Okay. You got to keep selling that.
I'm sorry.
You got to keep selling that. Give me a minute.
The lag is pretty bad.
I didn't even.
All right.
get to write anything down.
I'll let Jason write some more. And I brought her tonight because she kind of reminds me of spring because of her little flowery dress. And I like the little kind of crinoline. That was another nod. Her little crinoline kind of ruffles. And now you can totally see that.
Oh, she's so cute.
Ruffles. Yeah.
She'd be a good little Bo Peep too, I think.
She would be a good little Bo Peep. All right. But we'll bring her back. That's okay. All right.
Okay. All right. And I got you down for the bunny. You're good to go. $15. And I hope somebody appreciates this as much as me. So it's $15. I know we have some people that love some good early ephemera. I couldn't find anything like this online. This is a antique program from 1921. It is from the Palace Theater in New York City, and it is a vaudeville performance. So if you guys are familiar, vaudeville had comics, had dramas. They did all sorts of routines, and they would travel the country. So this is a program from the week between Christmas and New Year's of 1921. So it kind of promotes a little bit of the Christmas time, plus the vaudeville, plus it is the Palace Theater. Now, you're going to see that this is a little blurry because, guys, this is super state-of-the-art. This was a three-dimensional program. So they would have given you the 3D glasses in 1921, and that would have been a 3D program, okay? Wow. So you have this early, very Gibson girl style fella from 1921. You can see the green feather like boa that she has, or like her green. I don't know if that was like a boa she had in her hand. And the reason why it is all out of focus is because if you got yourself the old 3D paper glasses, you're going to see that in 3D. You can see the old penmanship. They actually wrote there that they were there in December of 1921. What's fun about this is it's full of advertisements from New York City. So this advertises the greater New York theaters. These were all the theaters at the time. So if you could actually imagine in the Roaring 20s, as the Roaring 20s were starting to come on and, heading out of, the Prohibition era, which was the early 20s, heading into maybe the Roaring mid to late 20s, this kind of starts to fit that era, and I think it's really fun. So it mentions the Colonial, which was Broadway and 62nd. You have the Hamilton, you have the Jefferson, you have all these great different theaters in New York. And again, down here, it shows you, they actually circled it that they went to the Palace. So this is a true antique, 5.5 by 8.5. I will show you some of the ads on the inside. I think they're really fun, but this is really fun because they have since updated parts of this theater, but that was the original seating chart for the theater in the 1920s. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't go online and find any of these programs from the 1920s. And actually, I do believe that this program is probably a $100 program and could be listed over there on another platform. That is the artist right there, Archie Gunn. That is the artist. Here are some of the ads here on the inside. It shows you the Corn Exchange Bank of New York. They showed their public statements for 1921. You can see some other illustrations for the Palace, their font. I think this is really, really a fun, unique piece. Here you have Say It with Music. This would have been 5 easy lessons. This was actually in New York City. This was a company that was teaching you how to play different things from a mandolin to a banjo to a guitar. You can see those illustrations up top. I think they're very 1920s. It's a really unique piece. No odors to this whatsoever. It didn't talk a lot about necessarily the axe itself, which surprised me. It just pretty much said that beginning the new year in a big way next week, an unusual array of the world's greatest vaudeville stars. As it is holiday time, we advise our patrons to secure their seats well in advance. So basically, it's just telling you that the vaudeville, they didn't really tell you who was coming. I want to imagine that Bing Crosby was there because he was in vaudeville. So this is a lot of the New York different companies. You have the Freeman Restaurant there. You have some hosiery. You have Harry Stern there on Broadway. All kinds of different ads. Look at this. for the palace. I think that's what, do they have comedy and tragedy, the faces up there? Or is that like a Punch and Judy style face?
It looks like, yeah, it looks like that to me.
It gives you a few more of the people. So this program here was for the Monday matinee, December 26th of 1921. Again, I'm trying to see if there's any specific actors or actresses. They don't really mention them. You have Horton's Ice Cream ad, and these are pretty fancy ads for 1921. This one probably is my favorite for the pianos. Look at this ad right here for the pianos, for the grand, the upright to the player. Again, really fun, really neat piece. I couldn't find any other examples of this online. Let me just show you one more page, and then we'll count it down because Deborah's holding it. Here is one more of the best ads in here. You have the Bulldog in here for the Keystone corded tires, which again, the automobile was just coming on the scene into the 1920s, and that was a big, expensive ad there for the tires. So just to makes this even lasted. Let me just show you one more here. This ad here, advertising the ladies' safety racers. Again, so fun. And again, the reason why this is blurry is this was a 3D for 1921 program from the Palace Theater in New York for Vaudeville between Christmas and New Year's. So I think it, kind of checked off a lot of fun.
I had no idea 3D images went back that far.
Well, I think 3D image, I feel like 3D images started around the turn of the century. I do believe the little bit I know about this turn of the century is that then you would have had, the difference of the glasses that they could have worn. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, I think the ads, and there's 4 or 5 pages I didn't even show you. So the new owner can enjoy that on their own. And again, I would frame that, and that would even look good. I thought that kind of looked good with the things I pulled for tonight's sale. Very springy with her green dress, although it's Christmas time. So there's the bid end. Deborah, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Very cool. Congrats, Deborah. All right. I have a choice round. It's going to start at $8, and I have some new old stock. I like to say that about these very often. Some new old stock Easter style tally cards. If you know me, you know I like some tally cards. I'm here for any kind of tally cards. I just love the ephemera. These were just meant to be used and discarded. So the fact that these were never used, although a little bit of the plastic at the bottom of each of these has split open, so you can see some of the little, they all have little tassels, little tasseled cording, and some of the little fibers of the tassels poking out of the bottom for both of those. Lisa, I see you. Thank you so much. So the first one here is a little ducky, I believe, carrying, looks like a hat box. She's just put on her little Easter bonnet, carrying the parasol. Very cute on that. So there, each of the packages has 4 tally cards in it with tassels. And then on the back side, it tells you how to do the scoring. I would love to know how to play bridge, truth be told. We need to bring that back. I don't really know anybody that plays that anymore. I like to play card games. I just don't have anybody to play with. So, hey, if anybody's in Michigan and want to play bridge or teach me, let me know. So that is the little ducky one. And each of the packaging is 4.5 by 3.25. And then this one is the little chick who's just popped out of his little egg with the purple little flowers in the background. This one's a little bit more realistic. This one's a little bit more kitschy, cartoony. I think they're both cute. But yeah, each one of them has a little bit of the plastic that's kind of split open at the bottom. But all the cards are in both of those packaging. Let me see. Oh, Google said 1838 for 3. Really?
I had no idea it went back that far.
That's crazy. I had no idea. I think both of the cards, I'm trying to measure the cards in the package. Yeah, they're about 3 inches. So the cards measure about 3 inches. Hey, if you want to take these out, I mean, the plastic is already kind of open at the bottom. Just keep the packaging or William will come for you, Lisa. All right. So This is for choice, and let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it. These would make, because I have the tassel cords, they would look cute. Those little ornaments, little paper ornaments. If you do an Easter tree, that would be cute too. Aaron, I see you at 9. Thank you so much. And there's the birdie bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Aaron, you are my winner. So let me know if you want duck or chick or both. If Aaron doesn't take both, Lisa, you have backup.
Oh, I love the hat on that one chick.
Yeah, I know.
Like the pill style hat. So good.
All right. Okay. Aaron is going to take the chick. All right. You got it. Thank you so much. And Miss Lisa, if you want the duck, let me know down in the chat. I can go ahead and get Jason started. Thank you both.
All right. $20. I have a fun piece of Irish porcelain made by the Bobblehead Company. This is very symbolic for Ireland, also for St. Patrick's Day, especially with the use of the harp. You can see the shamrocks on it, and it is made by the Bobblehead Company. And Bobblehead porcelain can go for different price points, but this one's just starting at 20, which is below normally what they go for. So let me get in here and show you guys the hand-painted details of the shamrocks all the way up the side. There are no chips or cracks. It is double-sided. I will show you the Bobblehead mark here in a moment. It is the sort of the lavenderish. It hinges a little lavender to a little bit of blue. And when you research that maker's mark, that means this piece of Bobblehead was made anywhere between 1993 and 1996. So this is from the 1990s. And you can tell the difference when you feel the porcelain throughout some of the years. Some of the earlier Bobblehead seems to be a little more thinner and fragile. Once you get into the 80s or into the 90s, it is a little thicker, but I've had older pieces of the harp style, and it's still exactly the same. So, Deborah, I see you in for 20. Thank you so much. I agree, Joe. I think this is such a fantastic piece. I was very excited to find this years ago when I sat with Bill. Bill had a couple pieces of Bobblehead, and he brought this same one and I think a lighthouse and something else back at that time. And I wanted to be able to offer one of these around St. Patrick's Day too. And I was fortunate enough to find this just a few weeks ago. So you can see all the great details. Again, it is double-sided. Bobblehead did use a couple different designs, but they're really known for the creamy, I don't want to say yellow, but it's a very creamy style porcelain that they used. And then they used the shamrock on a lot of their pieces. Some of the other ones, they didn't use shamrocks on. They actually used other colors and things on it. But this would be great for your St. Patrick's Day. It'd be great all year. And I was actually thinking, how fun would it be if you would use this center part and you could put brooches on it? Thought this would be a fun piece if you had maybe some different St. Patrick's Day, some shamrocks. You could actually take the metal part of the brooch and you could put some brooches in the center here. You could drape your necklaces on it. You could use this all year round to hold jewelry if you want to. So thank you, Deborah. I'm looking for 21 or more. It is the Guinness logo. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 21 or more on the Bobblehead piece. And it is from 1993 to 1996 because of the color and the style of the maker mark on the bottom. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I don't find a lot of Bobblehead. I don't know if you see. I don't even see a lot anymore. There's not even a lot of Bobblehead.
If I see Bobblehead, it's usually the, teacups, teapot.
Right.
It's not like the figures so much. It's one of the, actual
Right.
things you would use.
All right, Deborah. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congrats, Deborah. Yeah, and the teacups, like if you've never touched a piece of Bobblehead, like china,
it's like paper.
Service set, it's very delicate. Like it's very thin and very delicate. Like I'm always afraid to touch it.
The Neptune is my favorite. The Neptune series. That's the ones with the shell.
Oh yeah, like the shell. Yes, definitely. Okay. I have a little birdie for my next round. All right. Now I will say right off the bat, he does have a chip. And he was touched up, not by me. I thought that whoever did it did a pretty good job. And this is by Lego Japan. He's going to start at 12. Now, he is just a figurine. They did make salt and pepper shakers in the same exact molding, but he is not a shaker. He is just a little figurine. And I love these. They did make these in several different colorways, bright and colorful, perfect for springtime. And he has a little blue and purple kind of style flower for the hat. And where the chip, there's a couple little areas. So right in here, there was like kind of a petal. If you tip it this way, it's a little bit easier to see, like that little edge right there. And somebody did go ahead and touch it up. It was not me. That was how I found it. And it looks like there's a couple other little flea bites that are on the back of the hat there, but the rest of him is pretty good. And he's just perched on the little log there, which is darling. Nikki and Melissa, I see you both. Thank you so much. And I do believe this part of him is day glow paint, if I remember correctly. Not this one. There's the other. There is a other colorway that the paint will UV fluoresce. But he is Lego Japan, or Lego, however you want to pronounce it. I say Lego, like Lego my ego, like
I do too.
I've just always said it that way. But you and Bill always say Lego.
No, I say Lego. He forced me to say Lego.
Oh, Bill is the fancy one. Okay.
Bill's the one.
Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, there's the foil sticker there on the bottom. Just very cute. So he is about the same size as salt and pepper shaker. It would be same size as the shakers that they did make for these. He is 4 inches tall and about 2 1/4 for the widest part. Just very cute. And he's not super wide. So if you have a smaller little space, he's a good candidate for that. All right. Melissa's in at 13. So we're looking for 14 or more. I am going to do Lego. Oh, you're right, John. You're right. Lego. Yeah.
For Leo Goldman, apparently. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all are too fancy for me. All right. Let's do
It's John who said it too. Right. Yes.
14 or more. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Leo Ward was the head guy. Okay, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. I'll probably still say Lego, just like I'll probably say Gillette for the rest of my life. Instead of Gillette. All right. There is the birdie bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. At the end there, it looks like Beth got in there with a 14. Nikki had a just in case of 17. Beth got back in there with an 18. Thanks, Karen. I'm glad I have your permission. All right, right before Karen's bid ends. So Beth, it is coming to you for 18. Tweet. Thank you so much.
God, I hope we have some cat lovers in here. My next item is going to start at $18, and I thought this kind of just went with my color theme tonight. So $18. It is this beautiful milk glass trinket box, and when I tell you, I cannot find this online. I cannot find it online. It is these 3 little cats. This, I believe this is an early pressed glass design. I bet you could find it in late 1800s, early 1900s milk glass dish. I'm sure you could even find a child's plate with the same little cat heads on the top. But my best opinion, this is probably made by Fostoria in the 1950s. So they probably got the pattern, and then they made this beautiful little trinket box with the 3 little kittens on it. Now, there are no chips or cracks. There are 1 or 2 places where the mold is just a little rough. So there are no chips. So just $18 on this beautiful little powder jar, trinket box, jewelry box, dresser jar with these little kitty cats on it. So let me take the top off. They did, Brian. I hear that one of these lost their mittens. So you can actually see how great the detail is on these. And I do believe that the sculpt of the faces of these cats are what you would find like on those early milk glass plates, you know, like they did the owl version or the cat version. And I just believe this would have been another piece that would have went with it. You can see all the lace work, all the great details, some of the scroll work. It kind of mimics little hearts. Here's what the inside looks like. Exactly. And they are very Victorian from that era. You're exactly right, Joe. And that's what the inside looks like. There's no maker marks. There is a straw mark, but no maker mark. And I've been holding this up to the light. There's no ring of fire, which leads me to believe that this is a Victorian early 1900s mold that Fostoria used. Because Fostoria, I forget, I think they did like a Cameo. They did this Cameo style dresser set almost with the same style. No chips or cracks here. Again, a nice deep little trinket box or dish. No mark on the bottom as I move that around that you can see whatsoever. And when I put the lid back on, it measures just about three inches tall. So 3 inches tall from the side. And then when you look at it this way, it's about 3.5 by 3.5 because it's a complete square. So Nicole, thank you so much for the 18. If you guys have some of those early milk glass plates, maybe they're painted, maybe they're not. This is going to look great with it. This would just make a nice gift, maybe a nice Easter gift. I think milk glass looks really, really good this time of the year. When you start mixing it with some pastels and some different Easter style things. So we're looking for 19 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, no chips or cracks. There is 1 or 2 areas where you can feel that the mold was just a little bit of roughness. But you have to really feel around to find that. Such good detail on this piece, too. My lights are kind of washing it out. So there is our bid end. Wanda, I'm so sorry. I'll even look on my phone. Wanda, you came in after the bid end. I'm so sorry. So Nicole,
after too.
Nicole, it's yours for 18. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. I have a choice of children's books for my next round, and they are all cat related, all of them, but they're all different stories, which is fun. So here is the first one is Goody, a mother cat story. And then we have the 7 Wonderful Cats. Look at that illustration. Oh, that cover is so cute. I love that. And then the last one is Mommy Cat and Her Kittens. So I'll briefly show you. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these, but they're all equally as cute, all from different years. They are all Rand McNally elf books. Goody, the mother cat story, is from 1952. All of them have just a little bit of wear in a few spots, but nothing super terrible. And always have cute graphics on the inside. This one, I've never seen Goody, the cat story. I've never seen this one before, but oh my gosh, look at that cat with the green eyes.
Oh my God.
So cute. All right. Let me flip through. So this is a very cute little story. There we go. Look at those little kids. Great illustrations in there. And let's see, these are starting at $8 for choice. And so this is a cute little story. I didn't read all the way through these. I just kind of flipped through. But Goody the mother cat, look how cute. That is the end. So no spoilers, but that is the end there with her little kittens. And then the 7 Wonderful Cats. MJ, I see you. Why did I say you're 6? I'm not sure if you are lagging behind there. But MJ's in at 8. There's the 7 Wonderful Cats. I've had the larger version of this book before. And this one is from 1954. Look at those cat graphics. I can't.
So good. That's kitschy right there. That's good.
And there's little Granny with her kittens. So cute. This one is also a cute story. I have had this one previously. Very cute. Dame Wiggins is her name, in case you're wondering. And I've just flipped to the back. Look at the little Lammy sick in bed.
Oh, Lammy.
Lammy. There we are. And here's the last page for this one. Okay. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. And the last one is Mommy Cat and Her Kittens. Meow meow. I do love a good cat story. There we are. So this one has a little bit of wear to the inside binding. There's a little separation, but no loose pages or anything like that. Mommy Cat and Her Kittens is from 1959. There we are. There's Parmesan catching a mouse. For good measure. Look at them curled up in the little bed. This is a cute story as well. There we are. They're all little barn cats. Wanda, I see you at 10. Thank you so much. Let me flip ahead a little bit. There they are playing on the farm with all the little farm animals. Very cute. And here's the last page of this one. Snuggled up in bed. Very cute. Okay. So, Mommy Cat and Her Kittens from 1959, 7 Wonderful Cats from 1954, and Goody from 1952. Okay, so those are your choices. Wanda's got the high bid right now at 10. So we're looking for 11 or more on choice. Winner can take one or multiples. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
They're definitely good spring colors. All of
they
the
are,
colors.
yes. I loved all the colors together. They definitely, that's kind of why I brought them all tonight. All right. Wanda had a just in case of 15. Nikki has a just in case of 16 in there. Minx has put in Parmesan's head. There's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, so Nikki, at 16 with your just in case over Wanda's. Let me know if you want Goody, 7, or Mommy, or combination. And Wanda, you get second pick. If Nikki does not take them all. I can't hold them all. And MJ, it will go all the way back there. All right. Goody and Mommy. All right. Nikki's taking Goody. And Mommy Cat, you got it. Miss Wanda, meow meow. If you would like the 7 wonderful cats, let me know. Otherwise, it will go back to MJ way back there at the beginning. And if both of y'all pass, I'll bring it back at the recap. And I can just watch the chat. Thank you so much.
That's such a fun little gang of cats on the front.
I know it is.
God, like they wouldn't intimidate me at all if I saw them in an alley.
No, I would be happy if you ran into that gang of cats.
Absolutely. 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 All right, Amy, $18, and these came out of our personal collection. So I thought these would be fun heading into spring, heading into the greens of St. Patrick's Day and everything great that's coming our way with it getting warmer. So if you guys are familiar with Neil the Frog, I think these would be great compatibles to your Neil the Frog. There's no real condition issues. The only thing I can say is it looks like this little dude here has a teeny tiny about the pencil tip, little glaze pop right up here on the little top of his brow right there. Okay. So they have their made in Japan sticker on the bottom. He has one of his traditional, corks that they used in the 50s and 60s. He's playing away on his little bongo. So these would be great if you did like a little tiki bar. Again, if you collect frogs, turtles, all those kinds of things. But he definitely would pair with your Neil the Frogs. So they are roughly just about 3.5 inches tall. And here this one is, he's playing away on his face. I don't know why they painted it red, but that's the way. I haven't seen these online for a long time, but back in the day when I bought these, they all had that red cold paint in the middle. And then the other details, that's just how they did it. So back here on the back, that's under the glaze. And again, the only quote condition is that there's a little teeny little glaze or paint pop. And it's actually the light's making it bigger. It's actually half the size of what you can see there. So we're in with Mar. Thank you so much. At 18, we're looking for 19 or more. These measure, like I said, they're 3.5 inches tall, but they're about 2.5 inches wide. And he is your little 2-hole shaker. MJ's in at 19, and he is your little 3-hole shaker. And again, if y'all are familiar, I'll say it again, with Neil the Frog from Sears and Roebuck, they did a whole series. These probably the company did a little knockoff.
They look pretty close.
Probably the same exact kind of era, that late 60s into the 70s. And again, these are really fun, and they're not overly detailed, but they have just enough detail that makes them kitschy. Oh, and you can see the little bit of extra paint right there. Kind of gave this one a beauty mark. And again, these came from my personal collection years ago. God, probably 2018, me and Kathy that worked at the store bought someone's salt and pepper collection, and we divvied them out to each other, and I claimed this set and had it ever since. But we'll move them on to a new home. Nicole's in at 20. MJ's in at 21. No breaks or repairs, just that little glaze pop on the top of the little dimple of his head there. So we're looking for 22 or more. Let's count them down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Mare is back in at 22. So we're looking for 23 or more. Made in Japan. Oh, and that one has a replacement plastic stopper, but not like we're really going to use these, but they do both have stoppers. I see you're just in case, Nicole. Thank you so much. Amy, did you do the white ceramic bunny yet?
No, it's my next round.
All right. So for 23, Nicole, they're coming to you. Oh, Mare, I'm so sorry. You're just in case came in right after the bid end. But Nicole, they're coming to you for 23. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Miss Wanda, I didn't see a comment come through if you wanted this or not. Maybe it got filtered out, but let me know if you want it or pass, and then I'll ask MJ. I just wanted to follow up with that because I didn't see it come through in the chat. So hopefully it didn't get filtered out, but I didn't see it. All right. My next round is going to be the little white bunny. And he is going to start at $10, or she's going to start at $10. I think it's a she because of the little bows in the ears. And I've had this a number of years ago, probably way back on my Instagram days. I had this bunny. And this one doesn't have the sticker on the bottom anymore. But the other one that I had back in the day did. And it's made by Russ. So there's remnants probably where the sticker was. It's made by Russ from the 70s. All right. So made in Korea. And no chips or anything with Bunny Friend. Just very cute. I couldn't resist. And I like that they gave her a pink tail. I'm here for it. We all need a pink tail. And then bows up in her ears. She doesn't have any cold paint, so no paint loss to worry about. Just the cutest ever. Usually I try and stick to mid-century, but I can't resist. I can't resist that face. Measurement for Bunny Friend is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. All right. So that is the size there. I do believe that there is a boy counterpart that is wearing a little bow tie. Very similar in style. I just found her all by herself. All by herself. All right. Nikki Moss, I see you. Thank you so much. At 11, Nikki R was in there at 10 to start it off. So we're looking for 12 or more on Little Miss Bunny. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Mayor, I see you at 12. Thank you so much. Oh, Nikki's in at 13. Nikki R has a just in case of 14. Mayor has a just in case of 14. Beth popped in there with a 15.
Oh, we're getting crazy.
Popped in there with a 15. The lag is catching up right now. All right, so right now, Beth has the high bid at 15. Oh, Mayor dropped back in there with a 16. The lag. Oh, did I say bid end? I swear I said bid end, right?
Yeah, you did. I don't know.
Did I?
I don't know the
Okay.
lag.
I'm just
Something's
making
weird
sure.
tonight.
Sometimes I question myself. I'm like, did I
No,
say it?
these interwebs. I don't know what's going
Okay,
on.
bid end again. Okay, Karen's original bid end got filtered. So at the end there, our past congratulations. Bunny friend is yours. Thank you so much. All right, I'll try and message Wanda on Instagram, see if I can get a hold of her over there. All right.
$10, Amy. $10, Amy. And I do want to pick your brain on this because this one was new to me. But this is really fantastic, you guys. If you guys are into ephemera and into tally cards, this one is a really, really unique one. I'll explain to you why here in a moment. Amy, have you ever seen an advertising tally card?
I have. I've actually seen that fan style before. Not with
Right?
that image on the front, but I have seen a fan style tally card with that manufacturer on it. Yes.
Now, wait, that's not the have you seen it with the cloverleaf?
Or the advertising with advertising,
right?
Not, yeah, that's what I meant. Yes.
So this was a first to me. I've had a fan just like this. I sold a fan with the same style of fan last year. But what also is very unique about this colonial style couple is both of them are very feminine. Very feminine, which I'm here for that. I think this is a really fun piece with the artistry on the front. It is an unused tally card fan, which in and of themselves are collectible in the tally card, in the ephemera collectors. But then here on the back, it is completely unused. You can see that there was no score put in. And then locally here to me, Cloverleaf Dairy, and then it is a 3-digit phone number. So, God, 3-digit phone number, that's probably the 1930s, maybe, probably the 1930s on it. So $10 if anybody is interested. I think this would make a great addition, especially with the pastel colors, sort of the scallop design on it. I think it would look good in your spring displays, in your Easter displays. And look how vibrant the color is on that. Look at her ring and the detail of the dress and all. Again, it is a vintage tally card, almost antique tally card. There are no bends to it. It is a thicker style cardboard, and it also doubles as a piece of advertising. So it measures 7. So it's jumped out of my hand there. So it's about 7 by about 4.5, 7 by about 4.5. No smells, no condition issues, and the graphics on this are just fantastic. And again, I was very surprised. This was the first, not the first tally fan I've ever had, but it was the first one that was actually some kind of a giveaway.
The one that I had didn't have Victorian people on it. It was just kind of like a country kind of cottage with flowers and stuff, like a kind of country scene on it. And I believe it also had an advertisement for a dairy on it, though.
Gotcha.
If I remember. It was a while ago.
I almost got to wonder how they were given. Like, did you open an account with them maybe, and then this was your gift? Did you open up an account with the milkman and this was a complimentary gift? I almost would like to know the details in which these were gifted to folks. So,
like, they gave out calendars, that way.
Right.
So probably.
And then they actually went ahead and made sure that it looked like it had a faux staple in it too. Like, they didn't let any detail unscathed there. So Renee, thank you so much. We're looking for 11 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. It's in very, very good crisp condition. Just a little bit of like darkening here in the back. And I'm amazed the Cloverleaf Dairy advertising tally card. 11 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you so much, Renee, for the 10. We're looking for 11 or more. The bid end from Karen G. So good. Again, really, really fun. There's the bid end. Thank you so much, Renee. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I think this is one of the most unique cards I've ever found. Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, I saw that comment as well, Karen, that she just said thank you, but I didn't see any of the comments from that. So I think it got filtered, just like one of your bid ends got filtered. So I was trying to just get a hold of her to confirm one way or another before I pass it along. So if I don't hear from her, my backup was MJ first, and then Lisa. So I will email you if I don't hear from her. Okay, I did message her on Instagram as well. But Yeah, I don't know why the filtering happens just out of the blue, but it does, unfortunately, sometimes. All right. This is our last round. Yes, Jason?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. YouTube or StreamYard is really being a butt tonight. It is not letting me put in start bids. I've tried to put like several in and it's also not letting me do those comments. Okay. So my last round, if it will go through, there we go. It's going to start at 8. And this is for the pair. I found these together, so I feel like maybe they are going to stay together forever. I didn't want to split them up. So one is an itty bitty little Denison, little ducky or chick. Good. I'm not sure. I think it's a chick. Actually, now that I'm looking at it because of the feet, no webbed feet. And this is a little tiny die cut, probably the smallest tiny die cut that Denison did. And I know that there is a rabbit that matches with this, that they produce some huge die cuts all the way to these tiny ones. And there's just a little bit of kind of paper marking here on the back side, but no bending or anything like that. Mayor, I see you. Thank you so much. There he is. So the little Denison mini duck is from the 50s and measures 3 3/4 inches tall. And then the other one is a Mary card. I enjoy these because they come with the little perforated kickstand. So there's perforations on either side. You can bend these back and then they become a little easel and you can stand these up. But this is a little Easter. Hope your Easter is ducky. Very cute. And this one is signed on the back. Connie Jean from Alice Ann, 1949. And yes, Mary cards, a lot of these were from the 40s. But yes, I did find these together. So I thought I should keep them together because I think they've probably been together a good long time. Minx, I see you. Thank you so much. Oh, the Mary card duck is 3.5. So just a little bit bigger. All right. So you're going to get the pair. Mary's back in at 10. So we are looking for 11 or more. Let's do the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you being here. And we will do a recap and then we'll go into our community share at that. All right, there is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Mary, so you're just in case you didn't need it. The pair is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $10, and you're going to get both of these if anybody is interested. I do think these are from two different like generations of the little Denison gummed seals. This one I believe is sealed still, but I think this one was open. So trying to find these little seals in these little window sleeves is getting extremely difficult to find, let alone trying to find any St. Patrick's Day ones. And these are little foil gummed shamrocks. It says it's a pack of 12 for 10. I do believe that they're all in there. I don't think this one has ever been opened. And you can tell by the font on it that this one is a little earlier generation of the little seal. So this would be really fun if you did like a little store display, or you just popped this into the little flower frog, or if you actually wanted to take those out and use those in your display somehow. So fun St. Patrick's Day in green. It is a little paper with the cellophane front on it. And then these are your larger ones. So you're going to get them both. Yes. Yep. Makes you're bidding on both for $10. Usually these go for 10 or more just for by themselves. I do believe that this one was opened. I didn't really get in there. I didn't want to destroy the pack anymore. I feel like there's at least 3 to 5 still in there. So there's probably 3 to 5 still in there. And then you can see where it is opened a little bit here on the side. So, but if I hold them next to each other, you can see the difference, how similar but different. So that they called it your St. Patrick seals, 12 of them for 10 with the Denison by itself. And in this one, they would have done Denison designed Then they did 10 of them at 10 cents. Denison St. Patrick's seals. You can just see how they're a little bit different. So and that one actually has a hole that you can hang. This one does not. The little packages, they measure roughly about 2 3/4 to almost 3 inches. They're almost completely squared. They're almost half rectangular and almost a little squared. So again, you're going to get them both. This one's been opened. This one, I believe, is still sealed. Let's go ahead and count it down. We have minks in at 10. We're looking for 11 or more, and that's on both packs of these vintage Denison seals. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, that one's open. That one's sealed. Both Denison, and boy, these little packs have become very, very collectible. So thank you so much, Minx. It's going to go to you. Thank you so much. There's the bid end, Minx. Congratulations. They're yours. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, recap time. Yes.
Recap. Let's do it.
Time. All right. So we are going to do our recap. We're going to bring back items again. Of course, if you are watching on the replay, you can always email us and check if something is still available. And these are going to be quick claim items that we bring back. So we'll briefly describe again, no any kind of issues, that sort of thing. If you want to claim something, type in the item plus the price down into the chat. Because of the lag, we'll give it a moment. If we see more than one person try to claim the same item, we will then turn it back into a bid round to break any ties, just in case this can be in play. But the main point is type in the item plus the price so that we know what you are trying to claim. Jason, I will get you over here. I have one thing, so I'll let Jason go first, and then I will go. Thank you all so much.
All right. This one, it was 25. So if anyone's interested, you can put train 25. This is from the 1990s. This is the full entire display. This is everything that you could have gotten back then. You usually don't get the little figurines and the little people, so you get those. And these are bisque, and they do light up. So you have the little train. I don't know if you guys can see. You have the bunny there and the locomotive. Then you have the next egg car with little bunny friend hanging out. You have another little bunny friend, and these are your very typical, almost like this was like a different version of like Department 56 in the 1990s. So it's 25. You can put 25 train. It's kind of like the Christmas villages. If you're familiar with the Christmas villages that are made out of bisque, that's what this is. And I'm amazed that I got the whole entire thing with the original light kit. Usually you don't. Usually the train's missing some pieces or the people are missing. And you look at her. She's ready. She goes, oh, hold on, train. Come on, let me get on.
I like little junior bunny that's fallen asleep on the bench.
He's like, I'm just going to miss the train. So there's that. And they are double-sided. On the back, it says, be my bunny love. And then it says, Happy Easter. So,
so cute.
If anybody is interested, it would be train, and it's $25. Train, $25. I need to kill a little bit of time so I can sit it over here because I don't want to break it. Thank you so much. I got your claim, RPAC. Thank you so much. Guys, that was because I looked all over line, and I know when I say 90s and you don't find the whole set. So thank you so much for 25. That's yours, friend. Then I had for 12, my first round, and I feel like this is getting washed out. These little hen and bunny on the nest are super popular. This one is made in Japan. This is actually made of ceramic, and it would go with your little hen on the nest, like the little glass ones you have. It's a very, very pale pink. This is like an inclusion that got trapped under the glaze. You can kind of feel it. It opens, no chips or cracks. It is made in Japan. It's a super sweet piece. And this we'll call Bunny. This will be Bunny, and it's just $12. Bunny 12, and it measures about 2.5 by 2.5. Sweet little bunny for your Easter display. So it would be Bunny 12, no chips or cracks, and it is a pale pink. So Bunny 12. I don't want to drop it. Bunny 12. I had this left over. I got you, Dana. Thank you so much. I just got to write it down as I go. Dana, thank you so much. Congratulations. That bunny is sweet. I had that for a hot minute. So then this was left over from my egg round. This is from the 1980s, I believe. It is a double-sided. It is the little papier-mâché egg. You can see that it is marked marked Germany on the inside. It does fit together nice and snug the way it's supposed to. It measures about 6 by 4. You know, sometimes these get something stuck to them or some of the picture gets destroyed. There's no real condition issue whatsoever. This would be egg 20. Egg 20, if anyone's interested in that. Egg 20. I had left over from my glitter plaque or popcorn round. I had the leprechaun in very good condition. He measures 15 by 11, and he is 20. So you can put leprechaun 20 if you're interested in him. Leprechaun 20. He is even the version that has the glitter on it. Let's see if I can show you. You can probably see it better on the back. So leprechaun 20. Then I had for 24, I had my St. Patrick's Day hat planter, my little leprechaun hat with the shamrocks on it. There was a little paint slip that's glazed over right there. It is made in Japan. It does have some of the little florals sticking in the bottom there, so you can go ahead and use that to hold flowers or maybe put something in there to hold your postcards and stuff. This would be hat 24, if anyone's interested. And it does have a couple different tones of green. This is your minty green. Minx, I got you for the egg. Thank you so much. So Minx, got you for that. Congratulations. Thank you. And this is like a butter yellow here. And this little guy measures about 3 by 3.5. So 3 by 3.5. And I've sold a couple planters on live throughout the years. I've never found one this cute and this high glaze. I mean, this has a really good, almost PY kind of glaze to it. So that's going to be hat, and that's going to be 24. And then I had my last set of Bobblehead Kokeshis. These are probably from the late 60s or 1970s. There's no mark on the bottom. No mark on the bottom. They are the turned wood. You can see they're just bobbling away. So you can put dolls 25 on these kitschy Kokeshi dolls. And they would kind of look good in a more of a patriotic display with some red, white, and blues. So these would be dolls 25, and they are the wood baubles. So they would be dolls 25, and they measure about 3 3/4 inches tall. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the claims. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Karen, we know that if Parmesan got a hold of those, he would destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to give him the chance to destroy anything like that. Or take it down to the dog and have the dog chew it to bits. All right. I had my Nancy Ann storybook doll in her box. She's Little Mistress Mary, quite contrary, number 119. She is 5.5, I believe. Yes, 5.5 inches tall. And frozen body, really nice condition. So she is a 1940s composition. Her arms are the only thing that move. She has everything that she is supposed to have. She does stand on her own, and then the little pamphlet is in the box as well. She was 18, so you can type in doll 18 if you want to claim her. I love these polka dot boxes. They make good little risers for things too. And this one is pretty good condition overall on the box as well. So 18 doll if you want to claim Little Miss Nancy Ann. And that was what I had for my recap. Thank you all so much. Oh, Melissa, I see you for the Nancy Ann. She is yours. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Jason, you want to talk about whatnot, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
And
I got something else to mention then, but please, tomorrow night, come on over to Whatnot. It's Mother Tucker's Tina. Instead of her jewelry tomorrow night, we are going to be starting at 6, first of all, but then we're going to be doing ephemera. So we'll play to the crowd, but we have a bunch of fun black and whites, some wedding photos that are black and white, some early things from the turn of the century. We even have some advertising cards, Valentine's, Easter, Christmas. We're just going to pull and go. Then I think the Valentinos, minus Bill, but the Valentinos are going to get together for an Easter live sale on Instagram. Right now, it's looking like it'll be next Friday on the 27th. So please make sure you're following me on Instagram so I can update you on what's going on. But it does look like we're going to pull together an Easter sale, 3 of the guys, and we'll let you know who the other seller will be when the promos come out. And then, of course, next week, I'll be over with Tina on Whatnot and then back with Amy here on Thursday. And then the Valentinos are looking like we're doing an Easter sale on Instagram. So, Amy, Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Karen, for doing the bid ends tonight. And thank you, Gavin, for helping out in the chat as well tonight. We appreciate you so very much. And thank you all, everyone. Don't forget, I did see some emails come through with information. So if you haven't sent that to us already, if you were a new buyer tonight, do make sure and email us your information. Reminders for invoicing. I will be doing mine tomorrow. So you will get an email from me when yours has been sent out, and you are doing yours on Saturday, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was just enjoying the fact that everybody loves my bunny behind me.
I love that giant bunny. He is the best. All right. I'm going to get my screen. I always forget which one it is. This one? Yes. Okay. So community share tonight. And I will pop this up here in case you want to send us some photos. We definitely could always use some more if you're getting out your springtime goodies or you had your Valentine's still left out for the month of February. We would love to see your displays. You can always email us one photo or multiples. That's totally fine to ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure to include a brief description to go along with your photos and if you want us to mention your name or not. But we would love to see what you're putting together and how you are displaying the vintage. I just love it. I love what everybody does. Anytime we get some photos sent in, I always see something I haven't seen before. And it gives me new ideas on how to display stuff too. All right, so I do have some photos tonight. I have 5 pictures from Miss Chrissy H. And I'm not sure if I shared these. I didn't think I did, so that's why I put them in tonight. I do have some more from Chrissy to share in some upcoming shows as well, some other things that she sent in, but I picked these 5 tonight. So she sent us some photos of her vintage cookbook collection, and I have some a couple other shelves of goodies as well. So this Pillsbury's Best Cookie book came with its original little envelope, which I think is very cute and special. I loved that. I'd never seen this one. Mama Pam collected Pillsbury Bake Off cookbooks for a number of years. Any time that we went to an antique show, she always picked up the Bake Off because there was I don't remember how many there were, but we always looked for a specific number every time that we went out. But I had never seen this cookie cookbook. I'll have to ask Mama Pam if she's seen this one before. And there are some of the other ones that she loved to pick these up because of the graphics and the advertising. And I love the style of cookbooks myself. I just love them all. And there is another one. Here we go. These are some of the other ones. I like that basic freezer cookery. I've never seen that one, but I love the cover on that one. And the Pillsbury Bake Off one in the center with the croissants. Yum. Yes, these are fun. Cookbooks are fun to collect because there's so many of them, so many different ones. And then the other ones that I did mention when Jason was showing his Kokeshis, that she has a few in her collection as well. So this is the first shelf. I do have some notes for this one. The framed photo is of Chrissy's father's parents and the little wood bobblehead guy that looks kind of like a sailor or a fisherman. She picked that up because she thought her grandpa would enjoy it because he was in the Navy and he liked to go fishing. And the next frame over is a vintage wood frame from her aunt that Chrissy gives credit to her love of vintage from her aunt. So that is a framed picture of her and her aunt. And then you can see there's a tiny little bobblehead Kokeshi there to the right side, or kind of in the middle. So there's a little bisque figurine that she found that's made in Japan. And then that little tiny mini bobblehead came from Misty. I actually remember when she sold that. And then she has a really tall one that is on the end there. That is all one solid piece. She picked her up because she likes the expression. And I have one more shelf here, one more shelf to show. And this one shows, this is like the top of a shelf. There she keeps these. She has these 3 Kokeshis that she calls the 3 sisters. And I like that because they're all painted a little bit different, but very similar in style. She also collects elephants. I have some more of her elephant collection that I will share because there's some other things in with it in another show. But these are some of the plush ones that she has. And then one of those amazing Spaceman syrup bottles. She says this one is the Space Navigator. I know Karen and Gavin collect those guys too. So those were fun to see. But I think these are the first collection of Kokeshis that we have seen.
I think you're right. Yes.
I think so.
You're right.
So I knew that you had some Kokeshis in the sale tonight. So that's why I added in those. But I like that she's got a mixture of new things and old things mixed together.
And Amy, did you see in the chat? I don't know if you saw that Cindy Lou said, a fun fact, my sweet mom won a Pillsbury bake-off once.
I did not see that.
That's
cool.
A big deal. That's awesome. That's
wow, Cindy. That's awesome. Yeah, that it was a pretty big deal if you had your recipe published in one of those or made the cover of those bake-off cookbooks. Right. I think that's very fun. But I love all the graphics on the old cookbooks. I think that's a great thing to collect.
They're fun.
All right. Thank you, Chrissy, for sending those in. I do have more coming from Chrissy upcoming, and I have some more, but we can always use some more photos. So if you want to email us, would love to see what you put together. Big thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us and hanging out with everybody in the chat. We have a great vintage community over here. Thank you guys so very much. And we will be back next Thursday. Wanda, I see you in the chat, Wanda. Before we go, I messaged you on Instagram. Anyway, your comments got filtered, Wanda. Did you want this cat book? You can message me back on Instagram. You don't have to put it in here if it's going to get filtered again. But I saw her said thank you in the chat. So have a wonderful rest of your week, you guys. We'll see you back here next week. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and good night.
Bye, everybody.